Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it's Wednesday evening. Let's get down to business. Duane Davis, a.k.a. Keefe D, made his first appearance today in a Las Vegas courtroom. And he was granted a continuance because his lawyer was not present. His lawyer, Edi Faal, F-A-A-L, based upon my research, he's a West African from Gambia. Gambia. He's a deal cutter. I'm gonna just read something here to you real quick. On his website, International Transactions and Dispute Resolution Lawyers. Dispute resolution lawyers, okay? This man wants to cut a deal. He doesn't want to waste time, dragging in witnesses, cross-examining people. But again, he was not in the courtroom today. Keefe D, for those of you who did see the footage because the video's out there, I think he's already headed down the wrong path. He addressed the judge as yes, ma'am. It's yes, your honor. For those who really, should know. Anyway, limping, I'm not sure it's due to the shackles. I think Keefe D, just my theory, I think he has gout. You guys know what gout is? I don't have it, but it's something to do with the urate crystals in your joints and inflammation. He was limping like that. I shouldn't be laughing. Supposedly he's got cancer. He looks bad. I think he wants to get out, but let me just read this to you in case you don't know. Keefe D is facing 1 count of murder with use of a deadly weapon. Again, in Nevada, 4 people or however many people in a vehicle can all be charged. It's not just because he's the only person alive. No, Nevada law is very, very different, okay? Also, the grand jury voted to add gang activity enhancement, which could add decades to his sentence if convicted, okay? So, he appeared in court today, hobbling, and it looks like he's ready to work. To work with the authorities. He's looking around, as if to see who he can talk to. All right, phone lines open early. All right, and guys, my showrunner, just give me a little time here. I do want to promote that sponsor coming up, but my showrunner, inspired by Jigga Man, Jay-Z, he did an interview with Kevin Hart. I'm not sure when this was. I think it must have been a year back. But Jay-Z is receiving backlash because he spoke to Kevin Hart about not wanting to loan a cousin $4,800. Not wanting to loan a cousin $4,800. We've had some conversations about loaning money in the past. Or if you're new to the show, I don't loan money to anybody. I'm from that older school where I will give you, some money just to see if you're, gonna even offer it back. I don't want it back. Well, I don't want it back. But I do judge people. I most certainly do. I don't give large amounts of money. I don't bail people out. I don't send people packages in jail. I don't want to hear your hardship. If you have run out of steam and if you no longer have drive, if we came up together and you're older, that's nice, but I don't loan money. I particularly want to focus on family. Should you loan money to family? If you have any stories, please call us. Maybe you can help educate the younger audience. In today's day and time, Cash App and these other, social media platforms that it's just, it's so quick and easy. I'm going to send you money, yada, yada, yada. I think it can be the undoing even more so now because of those platforms of family. Or is that a good thing? Is it a good thing to test family, to get rid of family? I've always said this: family will do you dirtier than anybody else. Family thinks they know you. Family thinks you're not that smart. Family thinks you got lucky. Oh, you be getting lucky. No, I work hard and I'm smart as fuck, Anyway, so that's my show this evening. I also have a sponsor calling in, as I said, and something that I do want to address a little bit later. I don't want to put this on my screen. There is a law that is an official law now in the state of Florida dealing with, I'll just say, touching people under the age of 12. I don't even want to say the word. It starts with an R. The death penalty. Wow. The death penalty. Now, this goes back to May 2023 when Governor DeSantis signed the law, okay? But now it is picking up traction. By the way, the measure HB 1297, okay? It's drawing some legal challenges by way of the Supreme Court. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? We have seen females, and I have to go at the females, who are emotional, spiteful, vindictive, accuse men of things, good men. And in today's day and time, you can lose your livelihood. You can be shunned by your peers, by whoever, and you can be innocent. But now in Florida, the death penalty. Suppose you have a vindictive baby mama or a wife. Send you to death row. Okay. All right. Phone lines open. Sit tight. I see you guys. Ken, I got your donation early. Thank you, sir. Hold on a second. I have to make my fonts bigger. my eyes aren't what they used to be. Ken, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Sharisa, I got your donation. Thank you. Thank you. And Pamela, I got your donation. Okay. All right, set to go. Had a good day here today. And Deeds, do you want to call in? We've got some new merch, and I want to see if Deeds has the time to call in. If not, I'll promote it just the same, all right? Let's get down to business here. Area code 272. Good evening. Are you up to speed? Did you see Keefe D in court today? 272.
Yeah, I seen him in court.
Yes, sir.
To me, it felt like his lawyer don't want to represent him. That's what it sounded like. His lawyer don't want to have nothing to do with him. Like, nah, I don't want to do this case and stuff like that. But it's strange that, and I say in a strange way, that I'm pretty sure they had all this evidence on him years ago.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. It's a fact.
I'm following you. I'm following you like what you said. And maybe we wrong, maybe we right. The conspiracy is that maybe he did have some type of immunity, right? Once you cross that immunity, you cross that green, and you go on that other side, or everything is on the table now.
Sir, I have to jump in. No, you never have immunity with a proffer agreement. I never said that. No. Keefe D was under an assumption that he had immunity. I've signed 2 proffer agreements. No, you have to keep your mouth shut. Certain things you have to die with. Go ahead.
And then not only that, the part with the Diddy situation, all that, the feds may want to go after Diddy, but then they're going to be cautious about it because we talking about somebody that's tied in with Senate, the government, he ain't got a lot of money. So they looking at it probably like, this could be our career, to make our career, or this can break our career too. So they probably going to choose whether or not to go after him because at the end of the day, this is a man with money and ties. He's going to come in here with some heavy lawyers.
Right.
But my man, God bless, what I'm saying, Tupac's family, they finally get some answers, but they going to smoke him. They definitely going to smoke him. He should have kept his mouth shut and said nothing, but they going to smoke.
What do you mean smoke him? Can you elaborate? Smoke Keefe D? What do you mean smoke him?
They going to make an example out of him, and he going to get all that time. They going to give him so much time. Okay. I think he going to plead out. And
I thought you meant smoke him as like in peel his top. You're saying the legal system, they're going to sit him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. But now I'm going to say this too. This is where the street come in at. If y'all love Pop so much, and y'all say y'all ride for Pop, and y'all doing all this street stuff, I want to see that man get touched in jail. Okay. If y'all say y'all love Pop, the way y'all say y'all represent Pop, I want to see this man be able to get touched in jail. I'm not wishing no harm on him, but I just want to see these people, are they real about this stuff in the street? Okay. As far as Jay...
Well, hang on a second, because now, did you see the video footage of Keefe D, his first court appearance today? Did you really see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you by any chance
Okay.
did you Google his lawyer? He named his lawyer. He was not there today. I did a little research. We've got a West African from Gambia. He wants to cut a deal. I don't think he necessarily, cares either way. I mean, if he can get more points and get a bigger notch in his belt, I think he may try to include Diddy, but I don't think he needs Diddy.
See, I'm looking at it like this. I'm looking at his age, right? I'm looking at that. He know he gonna do some time, right? So I'm looking at it. He gonna sit at the table with them like, what are y'all gonna give me, right? That lawyer probably gonna say, listen, man, this is the best I can do. He's not gonna go to trial. He's gonna take what they gonna give him.
Okay.
He go to trial. There's a lot of stuff can come out in trial, and if he lose trial, he gonna get all that time. So he do better off pleading out. I don't know what he want to do, but that would be his best interest. Okay. As far as Jay-Z in that situation,
hang on a second, sir. I want to make sure that I let it be known that I did research. Edi Faal, F-A-L-L. That's the lawyer. Welcome to law offices of Edi Faal and Associates. He's a big gun, so to speak. If you get time, please Google him. This case
I definitely would do that.
Okay, he's West African. I mean, and he's very, very active still over in Africa. So, and in my opinion, in my experience, West Africans are business people. They're business people. There's no concern for the culture here. This man wants to cut a deal off the rip. He wasn't there today. Keefe D said his name to the judge. I'm pretty sure he'll be at the next arraignment. I just want to make sure that we put his name on the table. Edi Faal. Go ahead.
And as far as the Jay-Z situation, I understand it. I get where he was coming from and all that, because I look at it like, if that's your family also. But our money is different than his. See, sometimes you can give, when you got money like that, that might not mean nothing to you because that's chump change. To us, it may mean something. But at the same aspect, you got to look at it. I can give you this, but who to say you're not coming back and asking me for another loan or another loan after that? After a while, you got to look at a person like, bro, you got to do your own thing. I can't keep supporting you or helping you because I got this money.
Okay.
Now, as far as the money, that's nothing to Jay.
Sir, can I ask how old are you? Because I think Jay-Z, I did watch the video. I don't know if you saw the video with him and Kevin Hart talking. I think Jay-Z was more so talking about, family can come to you with these ideas. But if you really don't have it here or here, it doesn't matter if I give you $50,000 or $200,000. If you're not ready for business, then what am I doing? I think that's what Jay-Z was saying. Finish up. I have other calls, please.
No, and you know what? I agree on it. I don't really mess with Jay like that, but I got my opinion about Jay with the sports stuff. That's
Sir, I don't want to hear your opinion about Jay-Z and the sports. The money. 30 seconds, please. What do you think?
But I would say this. If it was me, I would give my sisters and brothers, because that's how I was raised. You make sure your sisters and brothers are good. But at some point, you got to let people know also you got to do your own thing. I can't keep supporting you or helping you.
Gotcha.
But I understand where Jay came from, but he could have gave the person that ain't nothing. That's chump change.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. He says give him the $4,800. I disagree. Gave that man I disagree. It doesn't matter if it's 500, 4,800, 10 racks. Do you really have a plan? Listen, I can throw money into a fucking a bottomless pit. It's called investing. And I know already there's not going to be a return. I'm prepared to lose 5 racks. I'm prepared to lose 10. I'm prepared to lose 20. But there has to be something that says, hey, this might be a good thing. I don't think family is the best investment. That's just me personally, okay? Food, peace, and self-care. Got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Star, we gonna leave it in the streets. Keefe D. Okay. Okay, someone keeps sending me emails. Thank you for your donation. I'm not a Breakfast Club watcher. I don't know if DJ NV deserves a donkey of the day, but thank you for your donation. Cousin Marcy, I really need for you to call in if you have time, because you did respond to my email about the pronunciation of the names of one of my new sponsors. Cousin Marcy, I would love to hear your opinion and your call tonight, okay? Let's get back to the phone lines here. Area code 630. Good evening. Are you there? Wednesday night? 630. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, how are you, man? I just wanted to call and talk about the Jay-Z money situation.
Okay. Can I ask you to come closer to the phone or take off the headset or something?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. I'm just referencing the Jay-Z story. My question more so is, should you lend money to family? Jay-Z refused to loan $4,800 to a family member. I'm not sure what it was about. He spoke about, going to holiday gatherings and so on and so forth, and family approaching you, with ideas.
Yeah, so I actually saw a longer version of that interview, and so that was not the first time that particular cousin had asked him for money and kind of fumbled the bag.
Okay.
So I got to agree with Jay-Z there. Okay. But I think overall the best way, and I think Jay-Z learned a major lesson from Rockefeller in that situation, where it's like, you can only feed some people for so long. You've got to teach them how to fish. And at the end of the day, you really got to lead people to the whole idea of being, self-preservation. You got to teach people how to make money on their own and build a business structure. You can't feed them forever. So I agree with Jay-Z.
Okay. I don't know which cousin he was talking about, and I'm not trying to drag anybody into this, but so you yourself, you do not, or have you loaned money to family? I want to get to the bottom of this tonight.
So I actually had a family member ask me, they got into some gambling debt a while back, about 10 years ago, and they called me and asked me for like $5,000. And I basically was like, listen, I got my mom. My mom lives in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm paying my bills. Like I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like if you were sick, healthcare bills, something real that was, not planned for, I'll reach and I'll do what I can. But like if you're just putting yourself in a bad situation, you can't expect me to put my family at risk and stop doing what I need to do to take care of you. That's just, and I know Jay-Z's on a whole nother level. We're talking, $1 billion, but at the same time, it's more of a mindset than it is anything. It's not about the money. It's about, am I really helping you or am I enabling you?
If I can jump in for a second and say this, yes, Jay-Z is a multi-billionaire, but the principle of what he was saying is what I want to focus on. The principle. A lot of times it's not the money. You said your cousin called you and asked you for 5 racks. Jay-Z's cousin asked him for 4,800. With all due respect, does your cousin think you're food? Because that sounds like the con. Calling you for 5 racks. Yeah, that was the con.
It was actually my ex-wife's godfather, and he got into some gambling debt.
Sir, there was no debt. I think sir, there was no debt. He sees you as a plate of food, and that was the con. Go ahead.
For sure. Yeah. For sure, I agree with you, Star. No, I mean honestly, at the end of the day, I'm not going to take money out of my kid's mouth for somebody else's mistake.
Gotcha.
If they called me for some real problems, I would do anything for anyone. But no, I just couldn't do it, man. So I feel Jay-Z here, and I got to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan. I mean, I personally feel like, he is selling, black people down the river. Personally, from my
sir, stop. Let's not do that. I mean,
all right. Hey, I'm just saying my perspective. I'm not saying it's yours.
Not that I'm trying to protect him, but let's not make it about him. If anything, I respect Jay-Z because he cut loose a thief, Dame Dash.
I agree.
An admitted fucking thief. So please don't push my button. I appreciate the call. Did you see Keefe D in the goddamn courtroom? please, before we
Yeah. No, I will say this about that, though. If you let me say one more thing, honestly,
No, sir. Leave the Jay-Z thing alone.
No, it's not about Jay-Z. It's not about Jay-Z. It's about the Keefe D Tupac situation.
Please, come on.
I feel like something's going on with Puff Daddy, not just with Tupac, but with Biggie. There was a lot of stuff going on. Biggie was talking about leaving.
Yeah.
Bad Boy. He wasn't happy.
You learned that from Gene Deal.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, but you could there was a lot of conversation about, I think, what's her name? Little Kim, and also Foxy Brown was talking about that. There was a lot of political stuff going on behind the scenes. And Puff Daddy's a sly dude, man. I mean, it really seems like he's got that, like, clean persona, but behind closed doors, you hear these stories. He was involved in the streets, for real.
He's a Mount Vernon nigger. Sir, I got to go. Thank you for your call. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Okay, don't call me brother. Fuck out of here. Okay. Showrunner, should you lend money to family? Jay-Z is the source for the story, but let's not, leave your personal feelings out of it. And if you don't know, Dame Dash admitted to stealing. He admitted. Who was that? He and somebody, they were on the phone, and Dame Dash found some money in an account, and he said, I took it. Please, let's not go down that path. Hey, Varnell, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Cousin Marcy, I need to talk to you. Cousin Marcy, good evening. How are you? Thank you for tapping in, girl.
Hey, good evening. Can you hear me okay, sir? Everything all right?
Loud and clear. Is this your cousin? Who am I promoting with a candle line? How do you say that name?
That is Noor Armani, like the artist. It's called Noor Armani Candles,
okay.
And those are my daughters. That is my daughter's business.
Okay. Do you want to call her?
Yeah.
Call her on a three-way, or do you want to promote it? Please. I got it. Did I spell everything right?
You know what? You spelled everything right, and I'm gonna get a banner to you before your show ends tonight.
Okay.
But yes, that's how you say it. I must have had too much tree in my life because I thought you was asking me how to spell my girl's name. So no, it's Noor Armani Candle. I was like, he probably think I'm dumb as rock.
No. I appreciate you. So tell us about this candle line. Then we'll get to Keefe D and loaning family money. Please tell us about that candle line. Let's go.
That's right. So like I said, it's my daughter's business. They started it in 2020 when everybody was going through that transition. I had two still in high school, one that was out of high school, and we were in a state of transition as a family, me and my girls.
Okay.
So my oldest, she just decided I want to start a candle business because, being around me, I love candles, but theirs, they specialize in non-toxic candles. They make them on their own. They're soy wax based.
Okay.
They're free of dyes, paraffins, all those chemicals. I'm not going to name any names from, name brand candle companies, but if you check out the website, anybody has the time.
I did.
Like I said, just a small family-owned business.
I did.
Their mission statement, they just want to provide their customers, with quality handcrafted candles. Mm-hmm. You could give your reviews. They welcome that. They do everything with love. Okay, that's how we are in my family. So, and they give good customer service. So she is hard at work at her first job, and my other girl, they're at work as well. So they have main jobs, and then this is their.
If I can jump in, Cousin Marcy, let's take the time.
Yes, sir.
I want to promote this for you. I like what I saw, and let me just say with you on the line right here, folks, if anybody makes a purchase $20 or more, I will give you 2 weeks free promotion on the Star Report. We will make a banner. We'll make a banner for you in the community section. If you make a purchase on this website right here, right now, send me a screenshot. 2 weeks free promotion. Okay. Now, let me ask you this, Cousin Marcy. Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Does she do?
Appreciate you, sir.
Does she do any type of mood candles or any type of spells? Casting a spell on somebody?
No. So it's nothing of that sort. But I will tell you this. So I'm actually indulging in one of their oil things. So they do oil scents as well, where you could, just burn it if you don't want a candle. and they are so soothing. If you're having, a rough time going to sleep or whatnot, they infuse, the essential oils in there to soothe you. But no witchcraft, none of that kind of stuff. But what you do on your own after the purchase, you go on and do what you got to do.
Can I make a suggestion, Cousin Marcy? I'm not trying to in any way, shape, or form, put anything on your business or your daughter's business that you don't want to do. But, over the years, I had a girlfriend, it must have been maybe 15, 20 years ago, a white girl. She was into Wicca. And she used to sell little items online and candles and things. And, if you know about Wicca, you know about Wicca. And she was getting the bag.
Yeah. All I could do is mention, Mom, I tease them all the time, and I say, when am I going to get on the payroll? Take my ideas. I'm jumping out the window. I jumped out the window, Star, with you because I've been trying to do this for them, but I just had to do it.
Right.
Because they're not going to, you know what I mean? They're humble. We're very humble. And I just let them know.
Candles to put a spell on a nigga.
Yeah, right.
To ruin his life.
Funny story, and then we go.
Folks, we're starting the bullshit already. Hang on, Marcy. Let's think this through.
Yes, sir.
We'll get back to the show. We'll get back to Keefe D. Candles to cause his new wife pain and misery. There's a line there. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right.
I'm doing too much. Go ahead.
Right. No, in my days with we're no longer together. Nobody asked me that. But when I used to burn candles and incense and things of that nature, their dad used to always tell me, "Why you always got that devil smoke? What's up with you? And you trying to cast a spell?" Yeah, it's like, well, it must have worked. No.
There you go.
God bless that young man. Yeah, but thank you, Stark. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him.
Thank you. And Marcy, again, I'm giving away 2 weeks free promotion to anybody who goes to that website and purchases a candle or something, $20 or more. Keep me posted, okay? And I appreciate you calling in.
Definitely.
Thank you
so much. And Keefe.
Yeah,
y'all got it.
Never mind Keefe. Let's focus on that business. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Star. Talk to you soon.
Bye now. Okay.
Bye.
All right. Cousin Marcy, one of my sponsors. Folks, I've always said business over bullshit. Okay, reach out if you want to promote your business with regards to what it is that we do here on the Star Report. Okay, let's get back to the show here. Elaine, I got your donation. Thank you so much. John Blaze tapped in. John Blaze says, I pray Keefe D beat the murder charge and cancer. Okay. John Blaze, you're from Oaktown, yes? You don't want to see justice for Tupac, even though he was born in New York. Tupac popped off in the Bay, huh? Shock Gene, all them niggas. John Blaze, you got to call in and explain that. Come on, man. Keefe, you praying for Keefe D? Hang on a second. I have a theory that Keefe D has gout. Gout occurs when urate crystals accumulate in your joint, causing the inflammation and intense pain of a gout attack. Urate crystals can form when you have high levels of uric acid in your blood. Your body produces uric acid when it breaks down purines, substances that are found naturally in your body. This gets deep here with fruit sugar, fructose. That nigga, he's limping. Anybody see Keefe D today? That nigga's ready to tell. I appreciate you, John Blaze, but you got to explain that one, man. M. Clark, I responded to your email, sir. Absolutely, you can call and hold on a second. Area code 415. We're talking about Keefe D, his first appearance in court today. Are you there? 415.
John Blaze on the check-in.
Talk to us, John. Were you just trolling? Were you joking? What's going on, man?
Not trolling, but I'm trying to give a bit of insight
Come on.
Considering that I just see the contradiction in the idolization of the person. I love his music too.
Okay.
I love everything about the message, but I'm not confused as far as the contradiction with black folks. As black folks want to remember, as they go back to the Judeo principles, the idolization of a human being is actually against every single aspect, and again, in terms of God's commands. And when we look at the book of Isaiah, or the idolatry that they talk about in Judaism and Christianity, you Negroes are actually going to hell, because as a person who is a non-believer, a person who believes more in science,
right?
I actually want to bring forth the actual contradiction of black folks, but then at the same time go to church and ask for forgiveness.
The curse of Ham.
You see?
The curse of Ham.
The church of Ham. When we look...
The curse. The curse of Ham. The curse of Ham. Go ahead.
The curse of Ham, but we can also say that the church of Ham, because when we look at the black church, when we look at the black church itself, it's a demonstration of the synagogue of Satan. So when you look at John 5:21, keep yourselves from idols means keep yourselves from the trusting, obeying, and revering and following of God's commandments. Okay, so when we look at the contradiction as far as where the act itself of putting Tupac on that pedestal, me as a non-believer gets a little bit frustrated with the contradictions of people that look like me. So when I hear it, I go back to what my mama always taught me, but then I soon became, I guess enlightened, but never forgot what God's commandments were in terms of, as he mentioned, I am the Lord and your God. Okay? You can't deny who you call Jesus, because what are the sins of idolatry?
John Blaze?
Those are the worship.
Can I jump? But I hear you. I respect your intellect. You're a man of substance, credibility, and I respect what you say. But now we're talking about Tupac, man, who, yes, born in New York, but he popped off in the Bay, Oakland. I just pulled up a list here. Jefferson Airplane, the Grateful Dead, the Pointer Sisters, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Carlos Santana, Doobie Brothers, Souls of Mischief, Green Day, Sly and the Family Stone, Steve Miller Band, Hieroglyphics, En Vogue, and Digital Underground. You don't want justice for Tupac, man? Fuck Keefe D. Let me say it.
Well, we could, and I understand that argument, okay? But I do understand that I've never really had this emotional connection to those who I see on television. I never had the actual emotional connection to which I can actually say from my mouth, I am a fan.
Gotcha.
So what I am as a spectator, I want the bullshit. That's why I've been watching this goddamn show for 8 years.
I appreciate
you.
You
See?
I appreciate you.
And when we talk about we want the bullshit, we want the downfall. Now, we can love you as much as we want. I mean, we can love them as much as we want to, okay? But for myself, John Blaze, I have no emotional attachment or the celebration of great music.
Okay.
I can only understand his accomplishments, but then at the same time, I want the bullshit.
Okay.
All right. Hey, John Blaze, I love the conversation, my dog.
Hold on a second. The lawyer, Edi Faal. Do I have the right lawyer from Gambia, West Africa? This is Keefe D's lawyer. Did you see his arraignment today? You say Edi Faal.
But he didn't show up, and I'm looking at a lot of the information with regards to his representation.
Yeah.
It is probably where he can't. Nobody's going to take the case on a pro bono by cases. He's looking at a public defender because he knows he's cooked. You see,
Edi Faal is a deal cutter. I printed out his website. He's about that business. Advice on representation and commercial transactions and investment negotiations. He's the real deal. A West African.
Yeah.
The real fucking deal.
And
go and finish up. Sorry.
And the irony of that, he's an African who's a lawyer. So for one, he's up to something, and he got some information.
Facts.
He made the right decision for himself. Okay.
Facts.
He's an African and he's a lawyer. I'm gonna end it on that, big dog.
Thank you, man. Thank you, John Blaze. Thank you. Okay, we're We're putting boots to the ground tonight in terms of research. Edi Faal. Anybody got any information or intel on Edi Faal? Damn. Representation in dispute resolution through mediation, arbitration, and litigation for all matters, including vulture fund matters. Oh my goodness, representation in international arbitration, including the London Court of International... Damn! This ain't no little fly by night FBA lawyer. This is an international African. Good God Almighty. Showrunner, should you lend money to family? Anybody have experience? Have you loaned money to family and then you popped off? And they didn't pay you. They never even mentioned it. Oh, I love that little game when you, well, again, I don't loan money, but years ago, decades ago, give somebody $200. The next thing you know, I'm on MTV 5 days a week. I'm down in the Bahamas. I'm down there with the Carson Daly, Ananda Lewis, and then you got a salty fucking Italian from North Jersey, calling me, but not mentioning the $200 that I gave them a year prior. I never mentioned it. Nor would I. Blade, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Niggas still blaming Vlad for Keefe D. Oh, salute to Vlad. Vlad is my guy, man. I mean... He was on Piers Morgan's show, Yahoo News, and as he should be. Troll babies, do we give Vlad the credit along with Big Gene Deal? Gene may not want credit for bringing down Keefe D. I'm not sure. I mean, he deserves a lot more credit than what he's getting. But might Vlad get some type of journalism award? If he does, he earned it. He earned it, okay? Hold on a second. Area code 914. I think that's one of my... I don't see him in the queue. Where is 914? Where is 914? Mark, where are you? I don't see you in the queue. I see 617-919. Hold on a second. Area code 919. Good evening. Are you there? Keffe D. First time in court today. Yes, no, maybe. Good evening. Good evening. If not, I have to go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for calling, okay? I'll come back for M. Clark. I don't see them in the queue. Let's go to area code 973. Good evening. Keffe D made his first appearance in the courtroom today in Nevada. Are you up to speed? 973. Yes, no,
hello?
Maybe. Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Evening. Hello? Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing?
How are you, sir? What's cracking?
Yeah, what's up, man? It's 26 from Jersey, man. Yeah, okay. I wanted to speak on the Jay-Z situation. I think it's kind of crazy and just selfish that you got $1 billion and you got people in your family asking you for money. It's kind of crazy to me. Like, if I got $1 billion, forget $1 billion. If I got $100 million, I can break down $5 million of that and take care of my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of crazy that you got $1 billion and you going to Thanksgiving and your cousin asking you for money. That's kind of crazy to me. Like, me personally, I got $100 million. I'm giving everybody in my family $100,000. Don't come to me no more. Once I give you this $100,000, take that money, go live your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you can't give your family money is just outrageous to me.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I'm 33.
Okay. This is the objective perspective. I'm not a know-it-all. But I've done well for myself, C student, high school dropout, and I've saved my money. How would you give $100,000 to each family member? How would you give them that cash? Cash? Would you send it to them via a bank wire? How would you give them each $100K?
I never thought about that, but now that you're asking me, I
I'm not really sure, honestly. I never asked how would I give them the money. Like, I just know if I had to give them within their bank account, I give it to you in your bank account. If I had cash, I give it to them cash. But regardless, you should take care of your family. If you got $1 billion, that's a lot of money. Take away the $1 billion, $100. If I break down $5 million, I still got $95 million left to myself.
Okay.
I can't give 40 people in my family $100,000. Yes, I can. I'm gonna do that. I don't care if they not.
Can I marginalize you and assume you are African American? Can I marginalize you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm a black man. Yes.
Okay. There are other cultures who do not believe in giving the family money. They believe in the family working.
They don't got
just as hard as you worked. Hang on, sir. Just as hard as you worked to have an understanding about money. You cannot partake in generational wealth if you do not understand money. You know? You cannot hang on, sir. I let you speak. Let me speak.
No, you got it. My bad. Go ahead.
Cannot just do this. Make it rain on family members. You will find yourself owing the IRS. You will wind up in the penitentiary. You have to teach family how to get it like you, and if they can't get it like you, then you can give them some type of minimal allowance, but you can't just give them. That's the wrong way to teach someone.
I understand 100% what you're saying, Star, but like what I'm saying is I'm taking $1 billion out the situation. I'm saying $100 million. Why is it crazy to give $5 million to my family and I got $95 million to myself? Understand that. Are you hearing what I'm saying? $95 million to myself. So I can't just give my family, my grandmother, my cousin, my brother, my auntie, my uncle, my sisters, give them $100,000. They're gonna come to me. I'm the one looking fly at Thanksgiving. Got the Benz outside. Got my chains on. I'm eating good, and everybody around me at Thanksgiving ain't eating. Come on now, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I have financial education, so I can teach my family and everybody else. I could teach them financial education, how to do real estate, crypto, stocks, whatever you want to know. But the fact that I'm gonna make my family come up to me when I got $1 billion in my pocket and say no to them for $4,800, bro, forget $4,800. Take this $100,000.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I could teach you how to do whatever you need to do, and we're gonna make this happen. Don't come to me no more. After I give you this $100,000, don't come to me no more.
Oh, they're gonna come to you, sir. Again.
I'm gonna say,
hang on. I let you speak.
Easy.
I let you speak. They're gonna come to you not only when that money runs out, but they're gonna come to you with a fucking attitude. They're gonna be ungrateful. They're gonna demand that you give them more, and if you don't, they're running to social media. I'll let you finish up though. Go ahead. You have the last word.
I wouldn't care. I'll tell them no, and I'm like, nah. I'll laugh at you, bro. Okay. Like, I just gave you $100,000. You gonna come to me?
All right. Buddy. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Okay. I let him speak. I've always been like that. You know, we're not all the same. No, you can't be anything you want to be. No, that's a harsh reality. I have been telling people for decades when they say, yo, I'm trying to eat like you. My stock answer is, who says you're qualified to eat like me? Who says? No? Anyway, hang on a second, guys. I want to touch on this with regards to another showrunner topic, but I'm not going to put it on the screen. Anybody from the state of Florida, Governor DeSantis signed a new law in that will allow the death penalty to be imposed for people that, violate people under 12. I'm not going to say that word. The law will give the judges the discretion to impose the death penalty, but juries would still need to unanimously find defendants guilty before the sentencing phase begins. What do you think, huh? Sounds hot off the rip, but again, social media now is very different. Or is it more, does it help? You got a spiteful and a vindictive woman put all sorts of charges and shit on you, and then she programs the kid. I saw a video recently with some woman. The little girl was lying in the bed, and the father was right there. I think he was filming, and she's convincing the girl to say that the daddy touched her. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Phone lines open, sit tight. Mike Hammer, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, sir. He says, salute, star. Okay. Thank you, Mike Hammer, 757. Patrice, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. I don't see 914. Mark, what happened to you, man? Did you not find the time to call? Thank you for your donation. Okay, that's too loud. Let me just get that person out of here. Folks, please don't call me with the headset on while you're driving. Please don't do that. We don't have time, okay? Let's go to area code 517. Good evening. Keefe D in court today. Did you see the footage? 517. Good evening.
Yo, Star, this is Nat from Michigan. This is Nat from Michigan checking in. I just sent in a donation.
Good to hear from you, Nat. Where do you want to start, sir? Please.
Yo, it's hard to follow that last guy. Listen, that last guy sound like his nieces and nephews might turn it into the meatball lady from. You can't give ignorant people too much money.
Well, no. I don't want to call him ignorant. I gave him the last word. That's his opinion. That's fine. That maybe he sees it different. That's fine. Let's not take shots.
I've been on both sides of that thing. When you come into some money, you help people out. You don't give them money. You pay off their car payment. You pay off their house payment. You don't give them no cash. You help them out in that way, and that's that you keep them moving.
Okay.
And I've also been on the other side of that, where somebody you move with, shake it with, now they level up. And there is a kind of thing, be like, yo, it is what it is.
I'm listening. You have the floor, Nat. You have the floor.
And besides that, what was my other point? I don't know. I was calling now.
Well, hang on a second. Let me respond to what you said, and then maybe your other point will come back to you. The Mercedes-Benz with and let's keep it real, the black community, is that a symbol of status? A Benz? A Benz?
Not to me.
Okay. I've had Mercedes-Benz.
Not to me at all.
I've had Mercedes-Benz cars over the years. I just got rid of a fucking AMG last year. I didn't pay for it. I'm not going to say how I got it, but I got rid of it. I have two classic Mercedes-Benz cars now. But I don't really care for Mercedes-Benz. You do know, I'm sure, Nat, that there's a certain culture. Well, I mean, when I was coming up, they would not purchase Mercedes-Benz vehicles because Mercedes-Benz made custom cars for the Third Reich. Don't say the name of the culture. You know who I'm talking about.
The one.
They would not be caught dead in a Benz. If I can just say this one more time, I went to a prom with a girl, not my high school prom because I dropped out, but I was in the 10th grade. And I went to a prom with this girl from that culture. And a Mercedes-Benz pulled up to pick us up. We were at her house, and her mother started crying. She looked out the window. Oh my God! They sent a Mercedes-Benz. And I said, "Holy shit! What's wrong with your mother?" And she said, "I can't." She said, "I can't ride in that car. They made custom cars for the Third Reich." I said, "Holy shit! I didn't know. Holy shit!"
That's a fact.
I learned then.
That's a fact.
They didn't fuck with Mercedes-Benz. So why? Let me just ask this last question. Why is a Benz a fucking sign of status for black people? When you get money, you buying people Benzes. Why?
And you asking me to speak for all black people. I can't speak for no black. That's a heavy question, my dog. God damn. No, I'm a landowner, you know what I'm saying? I like land. I never was into, you know what I'm saying? And I'm probably from the 80s.
But you're a smart man, Nat. You're a smart man. We have great conversations. You have the floor. Please, take your time. You have the floor.
Well, the thing is this, man. Like I said, I called in. I caught the show late. I never get to call in.
Okay.
It's about family and money. If you have a chance to fall into some money, don't give no people some money. They're going to screw it up. Pay a couple of things off. Keep it moving. Now, before I get off the line, though,
Yes,
I called in months ago, and I said I'm not hating on Puffy and all that, but it's coming down to it. Shit, hold on. Listen, Star, I love you. I gotta go.
Okay.
I got some shit going in the back. I'll check back in.
Thank you, Nat. Thank you, Nat. Okay. Good man. He said he had to go. Had some stuff going on in the background. Folks, I am focused on Keefe D's attorney, Edi Faal. Woo! From Gambia, West Africa. I watched a couple of videos with him earlier. Oh, he's slick. Jiggy slick. Jiggy slick. And I saw another video with, I'm not sure if it was him or not, from 11 years ago. Skateboarding, is that him? A skateboarding African? I mean, I could be wrong, but damn. Keefe D has got himself a deal maker. The deal maker. David, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in, Star. Some people lack financial literacy. They have an entitlement mentality and will gladly drain you of your finances in pursuit of superficial, what was the last word? Desires. Yeah. Sit tight on the phones, guys. Did anybody take notice to the judge today? I think the judge was very easygoing when Keefe D came into the courtroom limping, you know. That's that gout, folks. That's that gout in his joints, you know. The judge had a one of those short Tony Braxton hairstyles. She addressed him as Mr. Davis. She was patient. Usually when I see a black judge, I say to myself, oh, shit, I'm in trouble now. I'm sorry, that's just me. Oh, shit. I got to refile this claim. But she was very easygoing with Keefe D. And again, he addressed her as ma'am. Kids, when you stand up in front of that judge, it's your honor. Loud and clear. Yes, Your Honor. No, thank you, Your Honor. Understood, Your Honor. He said, ma'am. Now, I want to see his lawyer come in 2 weeks. I want to see what he's talking about, okay? Pamela, got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay, and I spoke to Cousin Marcy again. Yeah, Blade, I got your email. Where did that happen? I combed through the whole goddamn article. I watched the video. What Walmart was that? She slapped the white cop. Was she accused of stealing? Was she stealing? She was in one of those little electric carts. She turned up and started knocking shit over, as mammies do. Where did it happen? I couldn't get the goddamn story right now. Okay, Casper's Academy, are you calling in? I got your donation. Casper's Academy, and what name do I address you by? Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm live now. Let me respond. Hold on, guys. Responding to a sponsor. Folks, I'm still doing 30% off. Pardon me. 50% off for the month of October only for promo and things like that, okay? Charlie, got your donation. Are you talking about me and a family member? No. I've got a very small family, and you know, with all due respect, my family has always been, you know, my immediate family. We've always had a business way of dealing with each other, you know. But I'm outside family. I don't loan money. I'll give you $100 just to get the fuck away from me. But thank you for your donation. Hey, Nikki, I got your donation. Are you calling in? 347. Where is Nikki? 347. 6. I don't want to say her number. 347. Nikki, is that you? Thank you for your donation. Good evening. We're talking about Keefe D.
Hi, sir.
Hey, thank you for your support. How are you?
No problem. I wanted to give a little input on tonight's topic about lending family money.
Please.
I say absolutely not. And I mean, if it's immediate family, you know, your younger niece or something like that, it's a little bit different. But when it comes to extended families, I say absolutely not, because they'll eventually start hating you anyway. Because when you are in a position to lend someone money, you're now in a position of power over them.
Right.
And they're going to hate that dynamic off rip. And then what they'll do after a while is they'll have other people ask you for money because it's so easy, because now you're the bank.
Right.
And I just think it gets really messy, you know. And I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks this way, but I have petty amounts and then there's serious amounts. So if someone says, hey, can I borrow $20? That's a petty amount. Ask me for something real. What are you going to do with that?
Right.
You know, but if you have to, I don't like those crackhead numbers.
Yeah.
You know, that offends me.
Yeah.
You know, so if you want to start a business, I need 10,000, 20,000. Okay, well, this is a serious amount. But usually it starts with these petty crackhead amounts, and then you have this open door policy, and then they start to slowly hate you because now you're in a position of power over them, especially if you guys are within the same age range. You know, because I don't know if you've had this, but for me, I have a large family with cousins, and there was always this secret competition between us that, you know, the aunts would kind of facilitate. So anytime someone had a better job or had a better win, it'd be this slight to each other. So if you're now the uber successful millionaire, they already hate you.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is give them a loan, because now they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
You know? So I say...
If I can jump in, hang on a second, Nikki, you sound like a knowledgeable woman. As the old saying goes, familiarity breeds contempt. Familiarity breeds contempt. You know, I was a C student growing up. I wasn't the sharpest knife in the drawer. My mother used to, you know, pluck me in the head from time to time to make me focus when she was talking to me. Make sure you keep a book in your back pocket. You know, I've said this before, but so when I started becoming a person in the media, oh, my family, especially from North Jersey, you know, oh my goodness, oh, he got lucky, he's on MTV, oh, he's working at the record companies, you know. The hate was so real. Oh, how did he get on the radio? How did he get on the radio? Get out of here.
Oh,
you know, so.
Absolutely, you feel it. I'm even against having them work for you. I'll refer you to someone else, but having them work directly under you as a personal assistant, big mistake.
Right. Because
now it's this power dynamic, you know. So I stay away from that. I've had experiences with that, and I'm not even balling like that. You know, I'm slowly getting to where I want to be in a successful way, and I'm already seeing the attitude. So if I, you know, was in a position like Jay-Z, I would not. And I already know how humans think, you know. It's just too resentful.
If I can also just say this, I don't have all the answers, but I have found one of the best things to do, and I've been doing this for maybe 32 or 33 years. I shut my phone off at 11 p.m. You can't text me. You can't call me after 11 p.m. There's no voicemail. Sometimes after 10 p.m., the phone is up. So you can't call me with a story, you know, 1 o'clock in the morning about your fucking teenage nephew got arrested. You just need a $1,500 for bail. You guys want to have a phone conference to help pay for somebody's cotillion. You know, the fuck. What do you call that shit when they have the baby shower? And after a certain hour, I shut the phone off. Do you do the same?
I don't. I just won't pick up. But I respect that, because once people have unlimited access to you, they take advantage, and no one takes advantage of you like family.
Family.
And then they get an attitude when you say something about it.
Yeah.
So I say no. It sounds nice. It always sounds generous. I win the lotto, everyone gets the car. It sounds great in theory, but it never really works out that way because, people just start to resent you and they'll hate the person who's helping them.
They think they know your true character and your flaws. Hey, Nikki, before you go, did you see, not that you had to, but did you see Keefe D in court today? I
did see him.
Analyzing the whole thing. That old nigga's got gout, if you ask me. What say you?
I think he should get what he deserves, I think he's a bum and a lowlife who's had more than enough time to get his life together. And I think this incident with Tupac has been his claim to fame since the 90s.
Right.
And I just think it's really a shame, you know what I mean, that this is the position that he's in. It's really, really a shame. Yeah. So we all get what's coming to us in life.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you for your call and your support, Nikki. Thank you.
No problem, sir. Have a good night.
Bye now. Okay. Yeah, we all get what's coming to us in the end. And then we take that nap, that real nap, eternal darkness. Why did I print this out? I've got so many notes here. Sometimes I just, I'm all over the place like bird shit. Why did I print out something with regards to Steven Jackson? I've never met him. I don't dislike the guy, but there's something about him. Just that whole I'm a real nigga thing. I'm over in O Block checking in. Is he married to a Puerto Rican? She's up on social media now clarifying things because I remember he told some story years ago. He's sitting there crying and sobbing. He was going to get married and the woman didn't want to sign the prenup, and somebody else's mother was wiping his tears and said, "No, baby, it's okay." And he didn't get married. Now, the Puerto Rican who he's married to now is some type of fucking Latina. She put up a post. Check this out. To clear this old news up that keeps magically resurfacing. This is not about me. Right story, wrong woman. It was an ex-fiance of my husband's from like 20 years ago. Yes, from like 20 years ago. And that's not an exaggeration. Anyway, Steven and I have been married together for 8 years since 2015 and married for almost 2 years now since 21. There was never a prenup mentioned to me, not before our wedding or after. So she's setting a record straight. So Steven Jackson has no prenup. We'll come back to this another day when we do a tea sipper special. You can't be a real nigga, Steven Jackson, if you don't have a prenup. Thank you, Nat, for your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Okay. Maurice says, if you're asking for $4,800 from me, you're already at a disadvantage. You should have that money to begin with. Okay. And Maurice, you sent it a donation. I appreciate you. Some family just relationship. Okay. Thank you, Maurice. Okay. Robin, I got your donation. Robin says, pick up 862. Let's get to it. Hey, Robin, thank you for your support. Good evening.
Hi, Star. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm a little concerned about Keefe D's African lawyer. Did you see him in court today?
No, I don't care about that 60-year-old idiot.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you.
Come on.
Like that previous caller said, he's getting what's coming to him. You've been on Vlad TV. You've been all around the world. and and all this foolishness, and now you're where you're supposed to be.
Right.
I don't care if this is how you want to spend your final days in your 60s, gout with cancer, in jail, rotten and dying. That's your business.
Right.
God bless you. Streets got to eat. I don't care.
Facts.
I want to talk about the money.
Okay. Come on.
Absolutely, under no circumstances do I play with money and family. I'm currently in litigation with family right now.
Okay.
Over property.
Okay.
Money, once again. So with that being said, and for me, I like to be able to sit at the table with you and we can still remain family. I saw the video with Kevin Hart and Jay-Z a while ago, and I totally agree with him 1,000%. I don't mind investing in you, but I need to make sure that you have a plan.
Right.
You're just not going to come to me just because you know that I have the quote-unquote money.
Right.
Even though, like, currently now I come from a large family. Some have, some don't. And the ones that don't have, they don't necessarily ask, but if I see that they're in need, I'll happily give. But what you're not going to do is treat me like an ATM machine.
Right.
We're not going to do that. That's where you got it messed up at. And it's like, I will invest in you, but I need to see that you're actually putting down the work first. Yeah. Let me come to you. Don't ask me, how do you know if I'm not already watching you? Yeah. I was thinking about pulling you over to the side and saying, hey, I see what you're doing. Your catering truck, it's really booming. I've been watching your Instagram and, things of that nature. Let's set up a meeting and talk business. We're going to do contracts. We're going to do it the right way if it's going to be that sort of thing. But just to give you money just to say, just because I got it, if God, the universe, whoever you claim wanted you to have it, you would have had it too. That's just not how that goes.
If I can jump in and say this.
For my money.
You're better than me because I don't follow no family on social media. I don't want to see I don't want to see you every day. I don't want to see nieces and nephews every day. I'm old school, and I love being old school. I want to be surprised when I see you. Holy shit, you're grown up. Give me a hug. I like that surprise of not seeing you grow. You might be a low life or whatever, but whoa, Jesus Christ, you're tall now. The excitement, the excitement. But if I see a family member every goddamn day, then I'm gonna become overly critical. You feel me?
Yeah, I
then I really ain't gonna fuck with you. Then I really ain't gonna fuck with you.
This is what I'm gonna say. I'm not super active on social media.
Right.
But it's a way for me to plug in to see certain things. Right. So that way we have our different group chats and we'll be like, ooh, you see what so-and-so did? Ooh, child. The family tea. But I'm going to be honest. I love my family, but that's a whole nother topic. But when it comes to money, that's something different. The worst thing you can do for a poor person is become one.
Hang on, because a lot of people don't know where that line came from. That's Reverend Ike. The best thing I can, oh yeah. The best thing I can do for poor people is not become one of you. That's Reverend Ike. Jay-Z got that from Reverend Ike. Let's be clear. Go ahead.
But no, that's all I really wanted to say about that. And I felt bad for that caller. I was like, bless his little heart. You don't even know, sir. You were making absolutely no sense, and I appreciate the way that you allowed him to continue to dig a hole for himself. Because I'm like,
if I can say this, Robert, he's not on the line, so I don't want to kick his back, and I appreciate.
Oh no, for sure.
I appreciate the young people calling in. I want them to speak. I'm not a know-it-all. I want to give them the last word. Who knows? He might be right for things pertaining to his family. I don't know. I love my family. I don't like some of them,
Me either.
But
no, I get it.
But I love them. But again, I mean, not to keep going back to me, but I'm from that old school. I want to hear your fucking voice on the holidays. Don't text me. Don't send me a fucking email. call me. I'm the alpha male. I want to hear the tone in your voice. I want you to make sure you know who you're talking to. Don't send me a fucking text with some little emojis like we're on the same level. We're not. We're not, and you're not in my tax bracket. Break yourself, pick up that fucking phone and call me. If you don't call me, fuck out of here. Go ahead and finish up.
Well, I understand it and I respect it. Yeah. Once I get to your tax bracket, I too shall be the same way. And everyone will have to go through my assistant, Julie. It's only 3 people who will have direct contact with to me. That will be my son and my parents. Other than that, you must go through my assistant. So I understand.
I thank you for your call, Robin, and your support. Thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, anybody in that live chat on that type of time, I need to hear your voice. Pick up that phone. Stop fucking texting me. Don't send me no link and some fucking emoji with some Christmas fucking presents. Something about New Year's. Break yourself. I'm boss for a reason. Alpha male. The ultimate man. Speaking of ultimate man, folks, I think at some point, if I can just say this has nothing to do with tonight's topic. I want to appoint myself some type of director of special strategic something for the Black Manosphere. I think you guys need me. Thank you for reaching out. I want to have more conversations. I'm living back in New Jersey. Do you guys have any conventions anywhere or anything, any gatherings? What's going on up in the New York tri-state area in terms of the Black Manosphere? I live in Stone Harbor, and Atlantic City is north of me. Anything going on in Atlantic City with the Black Manosphere? Nug, I see you in the live chat. Nug, do you want to call in and promote your platform? That's My Take Podcast. Do you want to call in, Nug? Have you posted a new video? Nug, you still have credit with me, homie. That's let me put Nug's information on the screen. He's in my live chat right now. He has a wrench, okay? That's Nug's YouTube channel. Please go there, subscribe. Good man. He takes his time. YouTube.com/@ That's My Take. Okay? Guys, hit time on the phones. I see you. Mello, I see you. Area code 404. Where is Mello? Mello, thank you for your support. Do you want to tap in? We're talking about Keefe D in the Las Vegas courtroom today. Mello, are you there? 404.
Yes, sir. I'm here. Good evening, Star.
Hey, man, thank you for your patience and your support. Where do you want to start?
I wanted to chime in on the letting family borrow money topic. Yeah. I don't have much on Keefe D, but the letting family borrow money, that resonated with me a lot tonight.
Okay.
So, man, a lot of the callers that are reaching out this evening, all of the scenarios that they're bringing up, I went through almost every last one of them within the last 5 months with family.
Okay.
I had a sibling who fell on hard times, and I'm a business owner myself, and they reached out to me to borrow money. So me being big brother, I'm like, okay, let me loan them the money. Come to find out, not only were they asking me for this money, but they were also asking other family members for the same money, and they were using my money, pocketing the other family members' money, right. Just straight up hustling.
Yeah.
And you brought up the point about turning your phone off at night. So after a few months of me paying this person's rent, I get a phone call at like 3 a.m. saying that this family member, they're locked up right now. They're in such and such county. They've been locked up for DUI, whatever.
Yeah. And
I'm like, what in the world, man? How do you get locked up for DUI when just, a few days ago you called me struggling, talking about, you need help paying your rent and this and that. And then every time I see you on Instagram, you balling out, you wearing designer this, designer that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see you in person, of course, you know, you don't got the money. Oh, I didn't buy these clothes. Somebody else gave them to me. And so I'm like, come on, man. Like, so I was just getting hustled. I was getting hustled across the board, to be honest with you. But I learned my lesson just because, again, as a business owner, I work too hard for my money, man. Like, I work way too hard for me to just give it away and have somebody that's, you know, partying, doing the things that they do, doing whatever they want to do, and you know, I'm just giving you my money to just blow it. I'm like you said, I could put my money in the stock market or whatever else and just blow it myself. You know, at least I get
I can jump in
the money back. But
if I can jump in, you know, caring about family is not a bad thing. It's, you know, you feel good about caring, but at the same time, if you know your family is not, for the most part, you know, experienced in financial areas. I'll just say areas. If your family is not experienced, you know, then I think you owe it to yourself to try to help others learn about business. It doesn't mean that you're a scumbag or mean-spirited, you know, but if you acquire a large amount of money, rather than just, you know, making it rain on people and buying people shit, you have to look at the other examples, the other cultures, and how they operate, you know? And again, that's not to be hard towards the people that you love, the people that raised you, the people that made you who you are. But at some point, you have to step up to the table. You have to be more than just a breadwinner. You have to say, hey, this is how I got it. Let me try and, you know, share the knowledge. Share the knowledge. What do you think about that?
I agree with you 100%. But again, you know, at the same time, they have to be willing to accept that knowledge and, you know, take heed to it. So it kind of goes both ways. If they're not willing to accept it, as much as I try to give it to them, you know, it's just going to be like talking to a brick wall. I did learn a piece of game earlier this year, though, with regards to like how to give family money. Mm-hmm. I have a client that has a friend of theirs that they asked to loan some money, and they issued the friend a 1099 and wrote it off as like a business expense. Like, hey,
facts. I've been doing that over the years,
and this is. And I'm like, man, that was genius, and that's kind of like my approach now. So, you know.
And Ashkenazi taught me how to do that years ago. He said, "Give your friends and family a 1099." Yeah, that's real. Yep. It's real. Yeah. If you get an audit, if you get an audit, you know, you got to be able to say, "Well, hey, here's what I did, and here's, you know, why I did it." Go ahead.
Oh yeah. You got to have your ducks in a row if the IRS come knocking. But for sure, I'm gonna have that together. So, but yeah, man, this topic is really good, and I think a lot of people it just resonates. So,
thank you, man.
I wanted to tap in.
Thank you. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Star.
Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, I'm looking for a sponsor, and let me just say this again with regards to the showrunner. Hold on a second. I want to make sure that you guys know where this showrunner is coming from. Jay-Z, Sean Carter. Great guy, man. I've known him over the years. Last time I saw him was 2005. He stuck out his hand to shake my hand, and it was backstage at some goddamn Power 105 event. They were honoring him, Artist of the Millennium or something like that. He did an interview or a discussion with Kevin Hart, who I met years ago. And Jay-Z spoke about refusing to lend one of his cousins $4,800. So he's getting backlash, Jay-Z, or, you know, people kicking up dust. I'm not sure if it's quote unquote backlash, but people kicking up dust. And the story is where I'm pulling from for the showrunner. Should you lend money to family? Okay. All right. Let me also bring in one of my sponsors who's been on hold. Let me make sure I say his name right. Hold on a second. Caspero. Did I say that right? Caspero.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey Star, can you hear me?
Hey, man, thank you for tapping in. Hold on a second. Let me get your information on the screen.
No problem.
Let's promote what you've got going on. You've got a website, which I'm looking at right now. Let's take care of your business first, please.
Okay. CaspersAcademy.com. Are you able to access it? It should be available, obviously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we do resumes, anything you need written. We do drafts, business pitch decks for anybody with a business idea. Mm-hmm. Resumes, pretty much anything to get people up and going. If you have writer's block, we're here for you. Unlike ChatGPT, we don't have any grammatical or errors and stuff. Actually, when ChatGPT first arrived, I was kind of worried.
Okay.
Until I started trying it on my own, and I saw it has like a lot of, it's fast, but it has like a lot of inaccuracies and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, if anyone has any sort of business, or it could be business or personal, any draft, they can go to CaspersAcademy.com. Mm-hmm. We also have music. We have stuff for artists. We write lyrics as well. Also, we have merchandise, clothing, gear. We have our own personal books. One of those books I sent to you as well, Lab Notes, The Blueprint to Success. Yeah, it's pretty much anything for business or personal.
If I can jump in for a second, because I thought about you earlier today, and I want to make sure that I convey to my audience what you're capable of. You and I have been talking for a couple of months about something totally different.
Yeah.
Can you put together analytics and media decks and things like that for people? Have you ever seen my media deck?
Yeah, it's a PDF. Yeah. As long as I have the data, I can put it. Yeah, I can put it together for people.
Okay, so you do have a link to it, because I'm looking here right now.
Yeah, I've seen the one that you sent me, your own, with the PDF, with it was broken down and everything. I usually break down things in the PowerPoint for people, but it depends on the format people need. Yeah, I can do it for people.
Right. The analytics, because there's a lot of people who I still do consultations. I don't have all the answers, but younger people or maybe not younger people who are trying to get on social media and start a brand. And someone such as yourself, can I send people to you to help them build a media deck? The media deck is a very powerful tool, as you know, to help people show background, vision, plans, whether it be projections or anything.
That's actually one of the services we provide. EPK. A lot of people don't know what an EPK is. I guess it's probably outdated nowadays. I guess the media deck is an updated version of it. You probably know EPK, electronic press kit. Mm-hmm. Pretty much people have like a mini biography, like probably like a small sample of their portfolio. But yeah, we do electronic press kits. I should actually update the name to probably media deck.
No,
but yeah, we do those as well.
EPK is still known, but I just call mine a media deck because I send it out in PDF format. So yes, guys, on the screen, that's the website. Please check them out. Tell them I sent you. Anything else you want to mention by way of your services, or something that we need to hammer home with people? Because you and I spoke last week, but what do we need for them to know tonight?
Recently, we also have. Most people go to the website, but we also have an app available on Android. If you're on the go, you just want to probably just type it into your phone and make the order that way. It's more convenient for people. We actually have that available as well. And I'm not sure if you got to read the book yet, but you're quoted in it as well.
Okay.
Our most popular book is Lab Notes. You can see the trailer for it as well, but on my YouTube page, same thing, Casper's Academy. Everything's at Casper's Academy.
Okay.
But with Lab Notes, the first layer is pretty much like kind of like a customized to-do list. Mm-hmm. The second layer is like a bunch of 100 blank pages where you can actually write your own notes.
Okay.
And the bottom layer is where like the actual book, or actually like business information, how to manage your finances, stuff like that.
I'm going to get to it, man. I'm reading 4 books right now. Yours, I'm going to get to yours Sunday at the latest, but I will keep you posted.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, man, I appreciate it.
That's all with me. And I'm still down to collaborate with you for any merchandise as well, but you can get at me behind the scenes.
Okay, I will keep you posted. Great to talk to you, man. Thank you for tapping in.
Okay, one more question.
Sure.
This is random. It kind of associated with your topic. Did you play the Powerball tonight?
No, I've always said I gamble with my life, not my money.
Okay.
Great to talk to you, man. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, I gamble with my life, not my money. From time to time, if I'm at a goddamn a store and some fucking hag or some mammy, is doing a little too much, I'll say, hey, give me a couple of those scratch offs over there, just to add to the bullshit. Oh, doesn't Nicki Minaj call Lotto scratch off? The hater misses nothing. Troll babies, why does Nicki Minaj call Lotto scratch? Nicki with the bullshit. Booby Jane, why does Nicki Minaj call Lotto scratch off? And no, stop all that Lotto fine. No, Lotto's not fine. Lotto is basic as fuck. Stop it in that live chat with that weak ass simping shit. Why does she call her scratch off? I don't want to do a tea sipper show tonight, but I heard the audio as some of you did as well. Nicki Minaj talking to Lotto. Oh, Lotto was humble as fuck. And Nicki said at some point, she said, I gotta go. I gotta go. Click, and hung up on her. I gotta go. Why does she call her scratch off? Anyway, Lex Diamond's got your donation. Salute, fam. Fuck no. Money and blood don't mix. I give money, not large amounts. I'll give you some money in hopes that you don't pay me back. Now, that has been a very Italian thing for decades, maybe centuries. Some of you, from time to time, you say, oh, I saw that movie. What's that movie where, one of those movies, is it Bronx Tale? People always seem to quote that movie. One of those guys, I forget his name, where he gave the guy money to, if this is what it cost me to get you the fuck away from me. Yes. I'll give you $100. If that's all it costs me to get rid of you, thank God. Penelope, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Who's 832? Pardon me. Who's online? 832. Did I pick up your call already? Who's 832? What time did that come in? 10:32. Oh man. Hold on, guys. Someone was on hold. Did 832? Is it Munda? Munda, check your email. If we did not speak, let me get you back on the line here. John Blaze says October discount promo. We'll send video Sunday. Thank you, John Blaze. Salute to you, sir. Okay, I spoke to Caspero. Okay, if I said that name right. Mark. Where is Mark? 914. Mark, I got your donation. How are you, man? Thank you for tapping in. I sent you an email earlier. Yeah. Did you get it? My email?
I did, and I was trying to call that number around 7, and I didn't. I waited. I
didn't get a call. Hold on. You called me at 7 p.m. Hold on. Is that the right number?
It was the show number.
I didn't get a call from you.
Okay. Hold on. I stayed until 9:05. Yeah.
Let's talk tomorrow. But I mean, unless you want to discuss business now, I mean, I thought we should have a private conversation. But where do you want to start tonight, please?
No, I want to talk about the lending money topic.
Say again.
I want to talk about the lending money, the topic.
Yes, inspired by Jay-Z talking to Kevin Hart, he refused to loan his cousin $4,800. Please.
Yeah, so I have a brother. He kind of he did some time, and I feel sorry for him. And he was going to get married. He's stressed out, so he doesn't have a job. I wrote a bank check to his wife for $4,000, and the reason I did that was because I can't lend someone money that doesn't work. So they go later on and go to see the Lion King, and then are looking for more money. Thought I was going to get cash. Hell no.
Mark, your phone is going in and out. I want to hear what you're saying. You cut a check for $4,000. Something about the Lion King. Can you go back a little bit?
They went to Broadway that same day. And they go, the whole family go watch. Granddaughter, grandchildren go watch the Lion King.
The Lion King. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he thought I was going to give him cash. Absolutely not. That's a certified bank check. Because I'm not going to sue him, but you know it's a record. So that's 2021. I said, look, you have to pay me back within 11 months. It's like a 401k. So this is a bridge loan. Like, knock off your bills. I end up giving him $1,000. It's $5,000. Knock off your bills. The dude goes out gambling. He loses money. He makes his sad faces. This is a 60-year-old man. He makes his sad faces at me. And I can't even enjoy myself. Sometimes I win 500-600 in 15 minutes. So, you know, it's like it's been time when I went out with him. This is my half brother. I went out with him. He gives me $300 towards the $5,000, and then come call me at 1 o'clock in the morning, ask me for $100. So that's my experience. And now he doesn't answer the phone. So I don't know what you got to say about that stuff.
Can I respond?
Of course.
Yeah. You're sweet. You're sweet.
Ah, come on. He went to prison for 15 years, and he didn't grow up with his father. I grew up with his father. Guy's a hardened criminal.
Mark, hang on. Can I respond?
Yeah, guys.
Okay. He's 60 years old. You
60.
Get 60. 60.
Yeah, and I'm around 40.
Okay, you're around 40. You gave his wife, his partner in crime, 4 racks and a cashier's check. Yes?
She's a handicapped teacher. Yeah.
Whatever. She's paraplegic. Who gives a fuck? You gave her a cashier's check for 4 racks.
Yep.
Yeah. They went to the Lion King, all that fly shit, and he gave you how much back out of the 4 racks?
Baby gave me 500. They cooked me some wings, and then he gave me like a 300, and then asked for $100.
You're sweet. You're sweet, Mark.
I feel sorry for him because
don't feel sorry for him. Feel sorry for yourself. You're what's called, and I say this with all due respect, you're a sweet Vic. A Vic is an old.
Oh, come on! I wouldn't.
Mark, let me just say this. We're talking. A Vic is a short term back in the early '80s for a victim of circumstances.
Mm. If it was
you were a plate of food, Mark. Come on.
I'm not food, man. I'm an alpha male and I'm aggressive. Just stop playing with that. That's not even funny. I walk and I run my house. I own a house. I'm the man. This guy had to ask his wife to wipe his butt.
Mark, the nigga's 60. he ain't getting it like he did back in his 20s and 30s. He caught a lick.
Yeah.
They
went the worst thing, Star. They went, okay, now this is going to sound even hilarious. I hope the audience responds and comments. But this is going to sound hilarious. Basically, they went to a timeshare for 2 months. Right. And I said, how you going to timeshare? You got to spend money. So the son doesn't work. The other one is disabled. And they went away for 2 months. Yeah. I said, how did you afford that? Oh, she saved her tax return. I said, you should have gave me $2,000 out of that. Yeah. Go ahead, Star. Have your way. Go ahead, man. What you going to say?
Mark, I appreciate you, man. Let's talk tomorrow. I'm looking at my email. I sent you the right number. Call me in the morning, man. Let's talk about your art because you've got some great art. However,
thank you.
I want to talk to you about promoting your art. I don't see enough information about how you put the art together. That's key. You have to tell people what went into the process. But let's talk tomorrow, okay? Call me in the morning.
All right, Star.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. I meant no disrespect, but you know, salute to niggas out here catching licks. Salute to niggas out here catching licks, huh? That's an old term. Yo, I just caught a Vic. Yo, I caught that Vic downtown. That nigga was sweet. Yo, meet me at Columbus Circle. We gonna go uptown on the A train and get that fish scale, that raw. Yeah, that nigga was sweet, man. Oh my God. Darren, I got your donation. I respect a thief, not a beggar. Facts. Hold on a second. Munda. Did Munda call back in? I don't see Munda. Or did we speak? Munda, I just sent you an email. Blade says, wouldn't it be the ultimate irony if Keefe D and Boosie ended up being soulmates? You know, Boosie, I never met Boosie. He does too much for me, man. He's like, I'm not going to take shots at Boosie. He does too much, man. GL, got your donation? Where's GL? I don't see you. Did we speak GL 770 or am I late? 1054. I'll come back. GL, I got your donation. Okay, I will get back to you. 50-592-002. I'll get back to you via email after the show. I do consultations for 30 minutes, you know, starting at $100. Okay? But I'll email you tomorrow. We'll talk and we'll see what it is. Munda, call back, man. I got your donation. Where are you? I'm looking at your response to my email. I appreciate you. Where is Munda? Munda, are you African? I would love to talk to an African tonight. In case you guys don't know, Keefe D has an African lawyer. Okay? Edi Faal, Faal, from the law offices of Edi Faal and Associates. He's from Gambia. Looks like he's about that business. Keefe D, in case you guys don't know, if you're just now tuning in, is facing just some of the charges, murder with use of a deadly weapon, okay, and also the grand jury voted to add gang activity enhancement. The fuck is that? Gang activity enhancement. That's some new shit. Okay, Munda, send a donation and call in, man. Are you from Africa? I need somebody to break this down. Okay, where's Nug? 334. Hold on a second, guys. Nug, is that you tapping in on a Wednesday? Nug.
No, what's happening, bro?
Hey, man, good to hear from you. On the screen right now, make sure the spelling is correct. YouTube.com/@ That's my take. Yes?
Yes, sir. Real quick, I want to also let everybody know he does do consultations. They do work. I double my subscriptions in a month, and I'm fucking with Star. I don't know if I could use the F-bomb, but...
Man, go ahead and curse and all that shit, man. You are a sponsor. I'm glad that your channel is picking up traction. Come on, let's talk, man.
Yes, we're doing good. And if anybody out there want to, chime in, call in, we start the interactions. I went live Monday. I'm going again Thursday. And yeah, man, we got world news, U.S. news, hip-hop and entertainment news, this day in history. And my favorite segment, I can't make this shit up news. Yeah. And we just run it. And from there, we talk about the topics. And yeah, man, it's going good. I'll be back Thursday.
Yeah, send me a link to your latest video because
yes, sir.
A great time to post in the community section is right after 8 a.m. in the morning. So whatever you just did live, send that to me. Yeah, man, I appreciate you.
I will.
I appreciate you tapping. You want to tap it on the conversations tonight or something on your channel?
Real quick. Don't mix family and business. That's just something I don't do. Yeah, if your mom or your auntie need $50, that's one thing. But if a distant cousin trying to get $1,000 or $2,000, come on now, you sweet like you just said.
They trying to see how sweet family members are. Don't be that sweet family member.
Right.
That's my take.
Don't be a Vic.
That's my take. Yeah. Don't be a Vic. I know I'm 45. I definitely know what a Vic is. Do not be a Vic. Do not be a Vic.
Right.
And if you're sweet, your little niece go get at you, and she go start with 50, and she go try to get you for 500. So don't be that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel Jigga the whole nine with that. I mean, yeah, he a billionaire, but that don't mean you just go get 4,800 out me just cause. Nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
No.
What makes you qualified to eat like me? Who says you're qualified?
Right. And just like he said, life don't work like that. He went out and got it. You got to do the same, whoever you are. Don't keep your hand out or think just because your rich uncle go take care of you. Nah.
Right.
I got a nephew right now. I'm going to just end with this. I got a nephew right now.
Don't say his name. Don't say his name, Nook. Don't say his name.
I ain't going to say his name, but look, the first thing he called me with was, I feel like I let you down. I said, nah, you ain't let me down. You let yourself down. Mm-hmm. That's what I told him. And other than that, he go get 20, 30 on his books, but he ain't getting the whole enchilada. He put himself in that situation. He knew it. And I ain't gonna hold your line up, but
well, hang on a second. Hang on. Now you got a nephew who's locked up when you said the books.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put a little something on the books, but it ain't like he asked for it. The first thing he said was, "I feel like I let you down."
Yeah.
And I told him, "Nah, you let yourself down."
Yeah. You're a better man than me, because when niggas call me, which is very rarely, I always tell them, I said, listen, get yourself a boyfriend. Get yourself a
Nah, I mean, I'm a Joseph, but it ain't gonna
catch a little Puerto Rican, put some Kool-Aid and some Vaseline on his lips, and put that little nigga to work. Don't call me.
Get to work.
Don't call me to put no money on your fucking books. Get to work.
Yeah, I feel you. Like I said, I'm gonna throw him a little something, but nah, he knew not to ask. First thing he said was, "I feel like I disappointed you." That's the first thing he said when I talked to him.
No,
you disappointed yourself, Neff.
Good to talk to you, man. Don't forget to send me that link so I can repost your.
Yes, sir. I'm sending it now, and thank you for everything, sir.
Thank you, Nug. Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Late.
Good man, Nug. Yes, folks, I do consultations. I like to talk to you guys. Now, I don't just want to do emails. I don't have all the answers, but with regards to the tagging and the algorithms, it's so important. Keywords, and we talk about words to stay away from in your titles. We talk about a lot of things. Your about section. We talk about you deleting your comments that you left on other people's channels. You have to, in a sense, clear out your channel so that you're not pulled into other people's algorithms, You've got to make sure that your channel gets recommendations. You have to make sure or try not to be categorized and synced with high-risk platforms. That's what we talk about. That's just some of the things we talk about. Most of the times we go over the 30-minute mark, but if you're interested, holler at me. You should have my email address, thehater1964@yahoo.com. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Someone sent in a donation here. Thank you for your support. Uli, Maaki. I have real testament to add to your live, but you have to pay for that. I'll just pay for your foolishness and the comments, okay? Send an email, okay? I do everything via email. Thank you for your support. thehater1964@yahoo.com. Where's my email address for the screen? I didn't pull it out. Will it work? Hold on. No. Well, The Hater, 1964yahoo.com. All right, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. Reaction tone lit. Salute to you, Star and the Troll Babies. Keefe D might need to dress up in a kufi. Okay, so his lawyer look at him as a brother. No, sir. The lawyer that I researched, if that's the lawyer, it's about business, sir. And West Africans ain't trying to hear that brother shit. Is Luke Caney in the live chat? Anybody got any knowledge about Gambi? That's where Keefe D's lawyer is from. Edi Faal. Again, international transactions and dispute resolution lawyers. Dispute resolution lawyers. He's trying to cut a deal off the rip. The guy I saw had some fly-ass fucking custom suits. Trial? You gotta cut a deal, man. You're a fucking gangbanger and a degenerate. And you got some shit on your bottom lip. But what is that? His bottom lip has that discoloration. Who the fuck is gonna look at Keefe D sitting on the goddamn witness stand and say he's innocent? Nobody. Oh my God. You're looking at either 25 years or 60 years. The choice is yours. Hey, Crystal, got your donation. Hold on a second. Crystal, is that you? Thank you for your patience and your support. Good evening, Crystal.
How are you?
Life is great, Crystal. I'm ashamed of myself. Life is so great. At 59, I don't take any meds. What can I say? What do you want to chime in?
That's amazing. That's amazing. I wanted to talk about the Jay-Z thing first.
Yeah.
I agree with him.
Come on.
You know, I thought there was 2 points that you guys made that I was laughing at. One was get yourself a boyfriend.
Ooh.
That was hilarious. If I send you this, I'm sending you a 1099.
Right.
Period.
Well, now, hang on a second. Hang on. I don't send people in jail a fucking dime. Get to pimping, get to hustling, do what you got to do. If you can't stack your cell with soap, cookies, ramen noodles, and all that shit, handle yours, my nigga. But don't call me. Call a bitch or get yourself a boyfriend. I stand on that. Go ahead.
I agree, though, especially because a lot of these guys, these small-time hustlers,
right?
They have nothing. They never had nothing. They had a couple of $20, you know what I mean, bills over the years, and they act like they did some kingpin shit. Yeah. Now you in jail asking me for $20. I ain't got it.
Fuck out of here.
I ain't got it.
Fuck out of here. Oh, no. No. I got it. No. I got it. I just ain't sending it.
No, I don't got it for you. Okay?
Come on.
I have done that for a family member, though. I have sent some money on the books before. I did do that.
Right.
Those days are over. Yeah. I've helped out families. They have done me dirty. I've tried to do business with families. They've done me dirty. Mm-hmm. So, again, that'll never happen again. And my grandmother always said, do not do business with family. She said it all the time. And she always knew what she was talking about. So Jay-Z knows what he's talking about. It's not about the $4,800. Mm-hmm. It's the fact that I'm coming. If you listen, I saw that interview before. I don't think it's a new interview.
No, it's not new. It's not new. It's not new.
It's not new. But if he said you're sitting in grandma's living room, which means he said he's coming to like a family gathering, Thanksgiving or whatever. Here you go begging. Sometimes people just want to come, enjoy the family and things like that, and just feel like themselves. And here you come with some $4,800 for a $2 million idea. Stop it. Life doesn't work like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I agree. I don't, and I'm sure he's given people lots and lots of $4,800 over the years. So putting your foot down doesn't make you wrong.
Yeah.
Every time you see him, it's not like, oh, here's the ATM. I think you have a better chance of saying, man, I'm down on my luck. Can I get a couple dollars? Yeah. Than coming with some fugazi business plan that he knows ain't gonna do nothing. How many times has he given you money?
If I can say this, Crystal, you know, Jay-Z, I've known him over the years. he's a good man. His character, I mean, he's a good man, you know, and he has gone above and beyond, and to be a Brooklyn nigga who has helped people, helped change policies with regards to jail and prison reform and all sorts of shit. I'm setting an example for you. If you cannot take heed to my swag and come to me with something other than just your handout, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Like,
out of here.
Come on, man. Eventually, you have to say no. You have to put your foot down. It's not because what I have and what I don't have. It's what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some people, they don't even want to work. They don't want to do anything. But every time you come around, they're thinking about how they're going to get money out of you. No. Yeah. Doesn't matter if I'm a billion up. Get up. Do something. You can have a couple dollars, too. You could. If you did something, I with him. Yeah. And the other thing, what was the other topic? Oh, the law in Florida. I love the law. I disagree with you.
Okay.
I think it's a very good step. I think they should have that law everywhere. I don't look at it like grimy baby mama. Yeah, hell yes, man. I'm trying not to curse, but
go ahead and curse.
I think that
go ahead and curse. Fuck it.
Fuck out of here. I think all of these motherfuckers should be under the motherfucking jail. You should fucking die. It's fucked up. I'm sorry. Most people aren't lying about that. Ooh. There are a few people that will lie, I'm sure, okay. Sure. Okay. But for the most part, they're talking about people under 12 years old.
Right.
How many people under 12 years old is going to say this person sexually assaulted and raped me?
Right.
And lie?
Don't say the R word. Take it easy on that R word.
Sorry.
But go ahead. Talk your talk. Come on, talk your talk.
Highly unlikely. Yeah. You know, and the laws are not strong enough. You know, we've spoken before. I'm from Brooklyn. I love Jay-Z. I'm from Flatbush. I don't live in Flatbush anymore, but I still live in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And even the laws in New York, like I know people who have went through this kind of stuff where their child was sexually assaulted or a teenager, maybe 13, 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
And the district attorney was like, well, you know, we'll see. They're probably not going to go to jail. They're making plea deals with these guys. Yeah. It's nonsense.
Death.
So I do think there should be stricter penalties. Period. They take it light, especially with the internet. A lot of these kids are on the internet talking to people who they think are children,
right,
who are being manipulated by adults.
Right.
They have to be protected.
You're right.
Yeah, you can't control what every child does, but they have to be protected because the adult knows what they're doing. And the penalty has to be so stiff that you won't even try it.
Okay. I appreciate your call, Crystal, and thank you for your support. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You too. Okay. We've got a good mixture of calls tonight. And ladies, you know, I want to hear your perspectives. Don't worry about me and the shit that I say. I'm from a different time. Call and get it off your chest, you know? I bet you Jay-Z don't loan money to nobody. Earn it. Earn it. Do you want to come to work? I'll put you to work. Can you get up early? Do you need a fucking smoker's break? Oh my God, do I hate niggas and Hispanics that need a fucking smoker's break. No, there's no smoker's breaks. Oh my God, do I hate niggas and Hispanics who, when they're working, they stop working to check their messages. Who the fuck is calling you or texting you? Why don't you go get that person to pay you? Get the fuck out of here. You're checking your phone every goddamn 20 minutes. Fuck out of here. Anybody go through that? People that you pay to do something, they keep checking the guy. Oh, I got to take this call. Whoa. Hang on a second, guys. Okay, who's this? Okay. No, good. Okay, Nug, I will get this posted for you tomorrow morning, man. Salute, Nug. Hey, Marcy. Don't call me brother. OJ's LOL star. Whoa, okay. Blade, thank you for tapping in. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Gene Deal is an honorable man. Go to his page. We are just now trying to put the pieces together, because the dominant society and the media is now all of a sudden, concerned and talking about Keefe D and the shooting, yada, yada, yada. Big Gene Deal has been talking about this stuff. And in my opinion, he has been very truthful. Now, Vlad is my guy. Vlad is getting a lot of credit right now, and he deserves it. Absolutely. But Big Gene has no reason to fabricate. Again, he gets a pension. He's a man of credibility, highly respected in the fucking industry. And that's hard to do, be respected in the industry, of cutthroats, backstabbers, vindictive niggas, vanity-driven Jezebels, harlots, so on and so forth. Hold on a second. Okay, thank you, Janet. Keefe D doesn't have a defense lawyer. Well, okay, thank you, Janet, but Keefe D spoke in court today. I'm going by what Keefe D said. If you're saying something different, that's fine. But Janet, I think Keefe D has a gout or what's that other shit? Hold on a second. Before I go back to the phone lines. I don't have none of this shit. The fucking hater doesn't. I don't have high cholesterol. None of that shit. Gout. What is that other shit where they have from all the fried food? Hardening of the arteries. I don't have none of that shit. Scurvy. Does Keefe D have scurvy, a disease that occurs when you have a severe lack of vitamin C, absorbic acid in your diet? Ooh, scurvy causes general weakness, gum disease, poor wound healing, and oh my goodness. Maybe that's why there's discoloration in his bottom lip. Does Keefe D have scurvy? What is that other shit that people have? Oh my God, it starts with an M. Hold on a second. I'll come back to it in a second. Let me take a phone call. I'm doing too much. 347, you've been on hold for a while. Thank you for your patience. Where do you want to chime in? 347. Good evening.
What up, Star? What's good?
What's good, sir? How are you?
I want to talk. I know you had the show running yesterday with Puff Daddy. I was at City College when that happened.
Oh, let's go.
I was with the Funk Master. He was the DJ. The promoter was Puffy and Jessica.
Yeah.
They had the door.
Yeah.
What happened was the tickets got stolen from Jessica's crib in the Greenwich Village.
Yeah.
And they went and did more tickets, and that's what happened with the oversell of the City College. Now, they didn't put no chains on no doors. They just locked the door. They didn't have any security for the event. They didn't have no police. They didn't have none of that. None of that came through. When they locked the door, just locking it by pulling the door shut tight, the bottom door and the top door of the steps, they took the cash box and kept it moving. When the door reopened, all that air that's between those two doors came rushing in, and they was losing the gasping for air.
Are you from New York, sir, or the New York Tri-State?
I'm from the Boogie Down. Bro.
Okay. Put some respect on Jessica's last name. Don't just assume everybody knows who she is. She's a very
Rosenblum. Rosenblum.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something.
She's very instrumental. Hang on a second. She's very instrumental. She is.
Yeah, for sure.
Hip hop. She most certainly is. Her and one of my old associates.
Nah.
Amanda Shear. Oh yes. Yes.
No, fact. No,
Yes.
no, fact. No, fact. No,
Yes.
no shame on that. I'm just giving you the story of what happened.
Yeah.
Not shaming her at all.
Yeah.
Because
she's been very good to me, Jessica. Absolutely. She's been down with Funkmaster Flex a lot of years. Put respect on her name. Go ahead.
She was the first. Her and Puff was the first one to do day parties. They were the first. They invented day parties.
Yes. Yes.
Nobody knows that.
Come on.
Red Zone. Come on.
Come on.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
They put Naughty on the stage. They put Cypress Hill on the stage. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They put all those top artists on the stage. They broke those artists coming into New York City to do videos.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill did videos on 125th Street, not in Compton, not in California.
Yeah.
They came here. You understand?
Okay.
So that night was a crazy night, and just talking about what you was going into last night, you know, Puff paid a lot of money off to those people that passed away.
Insurance, sir. Insurance.
Way to get us.
Insurance pay those people.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, of course. Of course, you know where it came from.
How closely?
But yeah, Puff was grimy.
How closely did you work with Puffy back in those days? Did you know my homie Kirk Burroughs? Kirk Burroughs.
No, I was with your man Flex, man. I was running with Flex heavy.
Okay.
From the bottom.
Do you know the name Kirk Burroughs? Kirk Burroughs is really the guy who built Bad Boy. He went to the penitentiary because he didn't tell.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But before the Bad Boy was started, you know, it was the whole Uptown thing. Andre Harrell, Puff Daddy, the whole thing. Tim Dogs, the whole crew.
Well, so I'm starting at Bad Boy. Kirk Burroughs built Bad Boy with Puffy. Kirk Burroughs.
Yes.
Hang on, we're not arguing. We're just talking. Kirk Burroughs used to cut the checks. I've been getting Bad Boy checks. Kirk Burroughs used to call me and say, Troy, I got the check here. What time you coming? I gotta go. Okay. Puffy and Kirk Burroughs used to cut checks. Russell would never cut checks. If you know, you know. Go ahead, come on.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Russ was running around with the youngins, man. Come on, man. He was running with Kamora Lee and the crew, man. 5 deep in the car, man. Pimping out everybody, man. Come on, you know I know, man.
Russell was smoking water, and Russell nigga started snitching. His breath used to smell like fucking peppermint dust, and he always used to say, "I love the idea. How do we get money?"
Yeah. Yo, man. But
all right, come on. Let's finish up. Come on, finish up.
That era was crazy. That era was crazy with Puff coming up back in the days. He was pimping everybody. Puff was pimping everybody. If you know, I know. He's pimping everybody, man. His promotion game was the best.
Yeah.
He had Rockefeller bid off of Bad Boy Promotions, man.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Puffy started that.
Now listen, sir, I don't mean to put you out there. I'm not asking you to tell, but if you're really close like that, with all due respect, he was a good man, good guy to me. They put me in a film. I forget what that film was called, Paper Soldiers or some shit like that. Dame Dash. I'll just say he was doing too much. Jay-Z gave him chance after chance after chance. Yes?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
That's not to kick his back in.
He got crazy.
That's not to kick his back in.
But he got crazy. Every businessman wanted to work with Jay, and he kept him at hand's length kept him at bay, and then guess who got him to the ear? When that nigga
the cakeaholic
Warren came in.
Hang on, I have to say this because today's generation, they don't remember. Dame used to call himself the cakeaholic. Dame used to say, I pop tags every day. I don't wear the same shit twice. Remember? I pop tags.
Yep.
Pop tags. I just bought some $150 socks. Popping tags. Throw them shit. So
But when OG Wong got into Jay-Z's ear, it was over.
Sir, we've done enough. Stay in touch, man. I want to talk to you again. Stay in touch, all right? Got to go.
All right, bet.
Yes, sir. Okay. Nigga star snitching tonight. Anybody, you probably too young. Anybody in that live chat remember the cakeaholic? Sheesh. Dame used to clown all of those niggas about their outfits. Yo, your socks don't match your T-shirt. Yo, go stand over there. Nah, I can't have you standing near me because the sun might reflect on your clothes, and your clothes are not color coordinated. Remember? The cakeaholic. Why am I going in that direction? Let me slow down. How do I say your name? ADNAAN. What number are you calling in from? Calling on the first topic. Sorry, I tuned in late. Okay, what area code? Thank you for your support. How do I say your name? ADNAAN. I'm looking at 26 calls in my queue. Can you tell me what number you're calling from? I'd like to get you on the line. I thank you for your support. Let's go to area code. This might be the person right here. Hey, is that you? Area code 352. I just got your Cash App. 352.
Yo, Star, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, how are you? Thank you for your support. Where do you want to start?
Man, the DeSantis shit on the life for people, the pedophiles and shit in Florida.
Sir, please don't use those words. We're having a good discussion. Don't use that word. Just easy. You can curse. You can use profanity tonight, but don't say that word with regards to, people under 12. Don't do that, please.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I'm going through some stuff with my baby mom. She done kidnapped my kids, stole my car, jetted to freaking Connecticut.
Wow.
Don't got them in school. And then, before she was leaving, we were going through some issues because she paranoid schizophrenic. And, she was hitting me with all kinds of wild accusations and stuff, So, she got kicked me out of my house on Labor Day, and I had got a lawyer. And the lawyer told me to put up cameras and stuff. She got all religious and stuff, reading the Bible, all kinds of crazy stuff, man. And, I got the cameras and everything. She just went buck wild, because she paranoid schizophrenic, done nailed my window shut, all kinds of stuff. She got Baker acted before. And I'm like, damn, man, she over here with the wild accusations, but, she hiding out in Connecticut now. I reported the car stolen. I'm like, damn, where I go from there?
Hang on a second. I appreciate your patience and thank you for the nice donation. How old are you?
Sure.
How old are you and how old is she? And are you guys married or separated? Give us some background.
No, I'm 36. She's 35. She from Connecticut. She white. We ain't married. I'm Guyanese, we were good in the beginning. I took her in. She was like a homeless bitch, you know what I'm saying? And I took her in, and because I got her pregnant back in the days, and she sent me pictures of the kid. I never got DNA tests or nothing. I got 4 kids with her, and she never allowed me to sign any birth certificates. So I retained a lawyer, to get my name on the birth certificates. And Labor Day, she had called police and I was abusive or whatever. And when the police came, I showed them video. I was like, look, man, my lawyer told me to put cameras up. I ain't doing nothing to her. So they were like, well, can she take the car? I was like, yeah, that's cool. She left for the night, but then she came back a half an hour later. and then left in the morning before I woke up with the kids. like some wild stuff, man.
Now, you said she's Caucasian from Connecticut, and you're Guyanese from Brooklyn. From Brooklyn? Brooklyn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. She told you that you have 1 or 2 children with her, but you have never seen a DNA test. How many children did she tell you she has with you?
No, I don't. I have 4 children. All 4 kids I claim as mine. You know, but like
no, sir. How many children did you help her produce? Not how many you claim. How many did you produce?
4.
Are you sure, sir? All 4 of those children are by way of your DNA, your semen. You just said you claim.
I never got a DNA, so I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, so like I'm trying. I got a lawyer, a retained lawyer, but now like because she stole the car and left to Connecticut, like I gotta hire a private investigator or something like to go find her, get an address so I can serve her the papers so I can get on the get the court to give me DNA tests and stuff. But
are you in seeker visitation rights? Why do you want a DNA test now? Why now?
Well, so I can it's so I can get on the birth certificates.
Well, if you do that, sir, then you'll be on the hook for payments. You know, I mean, I'm sure you love your kids. But now, okay, so she hightailed it back to Connecticut. You're still in Brooklyn. You miss your kid.
No, I'm living in Florida now.
Oh, you're in Florida. Okay, she's in Connecticut. Do you make 6 figures a year?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have a union job?
Nah, there's no union where I live.
Okay. Are you currently employed or are you self-employed?
I own my own business. I do cabinets.
Okay. When's the last time you filed your taxes? Not necessarily paid your taxes, but filed your taxes.
The beginning of this year, around April.
With all due respect, sir, you sound sweet.
Nah, man, ain't nothing sweet about me.
Sir, you file your taxes. You're a law-abiding, father. You claim your children. She hightailed it back to Connecticut. You're not sure if the kids are even yours. She's getting money up in Connecticut. White girls in Connecticut, they get money. They get money up there. And you're in Florida now, hurting, and you want to see her and the kids, yes? Want to see the
well, not her, man. Like she crazy, man. Like she's got Baker acted before. She called police on me one time and said it was a break and entering, and freaking police came. And then
sir, it sounds like you were stalking. But now hold on a second. You called police too. You called police on the mother of your children. That's with all due respect, sir. Sir. With all due respect, that's hoe shit. You don't call police on your baby mama.
The lawyer recommended it because it's the second time she stole a car from me.
Sir. You don't call police on your baby mama. You grab her by her fucking throat. You throw her down. You put her in a headlock. You might put her to sleep. You don't kill her. But you don't call police.
I'm going straight to jail. Man, Florida different.
You call
straight to jail, man.
You call police, my nigga.
Yeah, then she called the police on me the first time and said that,
sir. So now. She called the police because you were stalking. You went up to Connecticut, yes? You went to Connecticut.
No, I never been to Connecticut. I met her in Florida.
Where'd you call the police? From Florida?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
When she
oh, my God. Okay. Hey, man, I appreciate the donation.
Yes, sir.
I got no advice for you. I've never been in your situation. What do I know? But I appreciate you, man. Have a great night. Thank you, man.
I just want to do my 2 cents on it.
Thank you, man. Salute. Thank you. Salute.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Okay. Damn, nigga called police. Star Report back in the building. Okay, Wednesday night extended show. I feel like talking. Keefe D, in case you're not up to speed, was in court today in Nevada. Okay, Las Vegas to be precise. And he spoke to the female judge. I got her names somewhere here. She was very she was very nice, you know. Woman of color. She had that fly ass, the short Tony Braxton do. Addressed him as Mr. Davis. He said, "Yes, ma'am." Again, kids, when you go into that motherfucking courtroom, it's yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. No, thank you, Your Honor. Can you repeat that, Your Honor? Absolutely. Everything is Your Honor. Your Honor, you know. Learn that term, goddamn. And his lawyer, again, Edi Faal from Edi Faal and Associates, International Transactions and Dispute Resolution Lawyers out of West Africa. Now, I mean, he's based in Los Angeles, but, you know, he's of a African descent, you know? Okay. Oh, hey, man, thank you so much. Good to talk to you. How do I say your name? Adnaan. I appreciate you, man. I got your other donation. Okay, he says, I appreciate you taking my call. Salute to you, man. Okay. It was all in fun. Okay. We do it. Okay. I am loving your reports and humor. Thank you so much. Did I say your name right? We do it. Did I say that right? Thank you, darling. And I like your picture. Okay. All right. A few more calls here. And the showrunner is with regards to Jay-Z. An interview that came out months ago talking to Kevin Hart, and Jay-Z said he refused to loan one of his cousins $4,800. I agree with Jay-Z. Don't approach me at, holiday, gatherings. When I'm around the family, I want to relax. I want to bring it down a few notches. I want to talk about silly shit. I want to talk about, I don't know, fucking what we did when we were 10 years old, and just family things. I don't want to talk about no fucking business. But Jay-Z refused to loan a family member $4,800, and people on social media are not really feeling what he said, okay? All right. Okay, I think we're pretty much done with that Florida law, okay? Hey, Christy, I got your donation, Christy says, for the machine. Thank you, Christy, for always supporting. You are appreciated, okay? Let's get back to the phone lines here. Area code 862. Good evening, late night. 862, Keefe D. First appearance in court. Are you up to speed? 862. Yes, no, maybe? Gotta go? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for tapping in, okay? Let's try area code 470. You calling in from Georgia on a Wednesday night, late night, 470. Give me a second.
How you doing, my brother?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm about to hang up on you. I don't do the brother thing. Come on.
That's right. Okay, so I just want to talk about the Jay-Z situation first
Please,
off.
Go ahead.
My thing is, man, Jay-Z has a long history of being in the streets,
Mm-hmm.
His family members, they come up to him asking him for money. You don't know anything about this guy. Well, hey, I'm supposed to just give my money to my family. Some of your family members could be, deplorable individuals, you know what I'm saying? A-holes, you know what I'm saying? And you don't know where his background. He said he wanted to get some money for a play. What? This is his cousin. He's got to be, 50, 60 years old? $4,800 for a play.
Well, sir, let's not analyze Jay-Z's family. The question on the screen is, should you lend money to family? You. What say you, sir?
I lend money to. It's gonna be an interrogation, but I gotta know what's going on.
Okay.
You know, I gotta know how much money you want. I gotta know what's going on. I gotta know how you got here. Saying, well, you're doing something you shouldn't have been doing. So then you deserve it.
Okay.
But my background is Panamanian, so you know we kind of strict like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't just so giving and stuff like that. If you're wrong, you're wrong, and you got to work your way out of it. You know what I'm saying? If not, you know, that's all we got for you. You know, we don't mind helping out if it's like elderly and children. But if you're talking about a grown adult, other times, you know, you're on your own. It might give you a little push here and there, but I don't know. I'm not going to stick.
Should I assume, sir, that you have loaned family money and you do take part in the practice?
Sometimes I do, but honestly, out in different ways, I might let them with me and get back on their feet or whatnot. But
I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, everybody handles their finances differently. Can I ask, how old are you, and what is the most that you've loaned a family member? Never mind friends, family.
Talking about 500. Talking about 500. I ain't even going to cap. You know what I'm saying?
And how old are you, sir?
And I'm not.
How old are you?
I'm 41. Okay. 41.
Okay. Did you get the money back?
You know.
Did you get it back?
I don't get the money back. You don't get the money back, you know. But if I'm going to give it to you as a loan, I'm not really going to want it back. I'm not even going to lie.
Okay.
Because I know my family don't got money like that, King. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably one of the few relatives that's getting money, and what I'm trying to do is make sure that I'm established, and once I get to a certain point, then I'll be more generous. You know what I'm saying? But it's really about taking care of yourself first and moving on into that stage where you could be more generous. And that some family members would be like, well, you never looked out for me, yada, yada, yada. I wasn't there, Poppy. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not there, if I ain't got it like that at that moment, if I'm getting there, let me be me and let me do me. Okay? That's how.
Can I assume that you are a melanated person? I don't know if you're Caribbean.
Yeah, I'm black.
Okay.
I'm black. I'm blacker than, you know, bliggity black. You know.
Would you say that melanated people are more giving in a sense to family? Giving.
Nah. Necessarily.
I would.
Like I said, there's.
I would say that. I would say that. Yeah.
Necessarily say not in my culture. So when you talk about melanated, you know, you're talking about the American experience. In my culture, we kind of like we will give, brother. You know what I'm saying? But it's mostly to the kids. When it comes,
where are you from, sir? Where you from? Where you from?
I was raised in Brooklyn. I lived in Tennessee. I live in Atlanta now. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
is your family West Indian? African American?
Oh,
Cape Verdean? Who are you?
Boy, Panamanian.
Panamanian, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hang on a second. You see, I detected the bullshit when you call me brother. It offends me. Don't ever call me a brother. Okay, we're not brothers. But now, hang on a second. Let's go back for a second. Let me ask you the question
I'm
again.
A big fan.
No, I got no fans. Fuck a fan. Slow it down.
Right.
Would you say again that melanated people are more giving than other cultures? I would say, and that's not a bad thing. They're very loving people, very forgiving. Are they giving?
I mean, you know, like financially, but we will give like in my culture, we'll give out of our food, give out of our, you know, we'll look out for you in different ways, but we just didn't necessarily have, as coming into the country, we necessarily didn't have like a lot of money, but we'll give out of the little bit that we have, you know, in a sense, yes.
They're too giving.
It is a strong.
They're too giving, sir.
Of accountability.
I want to jump in. They're too giving.
Go ahead.
They're too giving. Do you know that?
I can say in my culture.
Do you know that Italians, can I just jump in here now because I let you speak? Italians move very different. Very different, you know? You give to the elder in the family. You give to the elder to show your fucking respect. To show that you know your place. If you don't give to the... So you're doing a lot in the background. I mean... You give to the elderly. They don't give you. They don't give the... I mean, for, holiday and stuff like that, you get a present, a toy. But, as you get older, you go to your uncles and your aunts and you give them. You give them an envelope of money. Do you know that?
No, but in my culture, we do give, we do take care of the elders. There's a lot of respect, a lot of accountability.
No, sir. For the most part, you give people who are not worthy. Not worthy. You buy you go on shopping sprees. You buy people clothes and shit. You get them Jordans. You put a slave chain around their fucking neck. You co-sign bum niggas. You co-sign bum niggas. And that is a flaw. Yeah. All right, well, okay. I feel different, but I thank you for the call. Thank you.
No doubt. Peace, King.
You irritated me off the rip. Brother, I'm a fan. Fuck out of here. I don't know that nigga. Okay, it's pronounced ad nanbut. Ad nanbut? Okay, did I say that right? Thank you so much. Okay, you go by Danny. Okay, Danny, thank you, man. I got your donation. Salute to you. Yeah. Melanated people are good people. They are. You're just too forgiving. Too fucking forgiving. I don't want to go too far left here, but never mind the Torah. That Talmud. Oh, my goodness. The Talmud. The Talmud breaks it down about how and why you should never, ever help the Goyim. That's all I'll say for that. Area code, hold on, okay. What's going on with my phones here? Okay, I'm doing too much. Let me slow down. Whew, shit. Phone call coming in from Texas. Good evening, area code 903. Extended show, 903. Yes, sir.
What's happening, Star?
Life is great, man. Life is fucking great. What can I say? What's cracking, man?
Man, what we speaking on? The Keefe D thing, man?
Yeah, man. Keefe D, first appearance in court today. He looks like he wants to tell already.
Man, he looking bad, man. He looking real, real sad if you ask me.
Yeah.
Man. Real sad. You know what I'm saying? He knows it hit the fan. You sit in that cell thinking about all the videos the free documentaries you just made.
Right.
But yeah, man, and it's a bad
Well,
thing.
did you see the videos, sir? Did you see the video with Keefe D in the courtroom?
Yeah, I got a small peek at it. I think I seen it on YouTube.
You didn't see it. You didn't see it. Sir, don't lie. You just say
what?
Just say I didn't see it.
No.
Don't lie.
Hey, no bullshit. Listen. He told the lady, he said she had to ask him a couple times the lawyer's name. Now tell me, am I bullshit?
And what's the lawyer's name, sir? What's the lawyer's name?
And I forget the lawyer's name, but I know she had to ask him more than once because I guess she didn't hear him the first time.
Tell me about Keefe D's orange jumpsuit. Did you see the orange jumpsuit?
Nah, I didn't see no orange jumpsuit.
What was he wearing?
Was it? I thought it was blue or red or something like that.
Let's get that nigga out of here. Nigga calling me like he's my friend or some shit. Nigga, I don't know you. Fuck. Area code 352. Good evening. Keefe D in court today. Extended show. Did you see him standing there, clacking at the knees, shaking in his fucking slides? Did you see that nigga? Are you there? Good evening. Coming up on morning. Yes, sir. Good evening.
How you doing, TSR? How you doing, that guy?
I just hung up on that weirdo. I didn't like his energy. Sound like you sitting there with a cock ring on. Fuck out of here, weirdo. Pardon me, that was wild. I'll go back and edit that out. What shit is that? Area code 340. Good evening. Keefe D in court today.
Hello,
Or we're talking about should you lend money to family? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, good evening. 1051 farm checking in.
Yes, sir. How are you? How are you?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, listen, with that thing with the family, right? With Jay-Z, I don't give him any wrong for not giving the guy no money, man. He should have asked him for an opportunity or a job, or if someone that he knew in the upper echelons had an opportunity or a job for him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And why? Okay, that's your cousin, right? Why wasn't it a vibe where you was part of this guy's come up, man? Come on, man. Didn't you know when Jay was first rapping and when he first had something going on, he never contributed? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
That's my issue with the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I got I got a lot of Arab friends and I got a lot of friends from different ethnic groups.
Okay.
And they all stories the same. They put their head together, they put their money together, and they all eat together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when it comes to us, when I say us, I mean I guess black people or whatever. It's always, we wait and see. We hate on each other. We try to keep each other back. And then whoever breaks the mold is like, hey, give me something, man. You know what I'm saying? You know me. Give me something. It's aggravating.
I hear an accent, sir. Can you tell us where you're from? I detect an accent.
Yeah, U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
U.S. Virgin Islands. Yeah, man, it's annoying. You know what I'm saying? Get yours. You know what I'm saying? If everybody's getting theirs, then somebody, if somebody falls short, it's easy to huddle up and rectify the situation. But nobody don't think that way. Yeah.
Have we spoke before? I was speaking about a couple of weeks ago. Less than 1% of Jamaicans can actually use the beaches in Jamaica. Did you chime in?
Yeah.
Did you chime in on that reality?
No, I didn't. I probably I think I sent in a donation and tapped on it, but I didn't call in on that one. No.
What are your thoughts? This is a fact. Less than 1% of locals, islanders in Jamaica, can use the public beaches.
Yeah, I pulled it up when the show was going on. I pulled it up and I looked up in it, man.
What do you think?
I looked up in it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think?
So, listen, man. Listen. In Jamaica, right? You have. I'm not against this. I'm not against this per se. But you have a lot of people doing their own little hustles. They come from where they come from, and they come and they do a little hustle. They don't seek out a permit. They don't properly handle their business, and before you know it, you have a whole beach full of backyard vendors. You know what I'm saying? Or you got these guys with the raft. They even start banning the little raft stores because they have a bunch of. I saw a video. They have a bunch of rafts that are not working. People going sinking in the river. While they're supposed to be on a tour, you know what I'm saying? So, they have to protect their tourism. That's their biggest thing in Jamaica is their tourism, you know what I'm saying? So the government comes in and they say, you're not going to mess this up for us. You know what I'm saying? Take a back seat. I'm sure it's not. They're not going to keep that 1% forever, man. They're not going to do that to them forever, but I think they just did that to.
Well, now, hang on a second. You're from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Clearly, you're cut from a different cloth and... you can feel for Jamaicans in a sense, but are they going to really do anything? They've got a couple of lawsuits filed, or do you think that in 100 years, there will be a new face of Jamaica. In your professional opinion, do you think that Jamaicans will become dwindled down, for the most part, and they'll leave Jamaica, and it will become more of a Chinese place?
Man, honestly, Star, I think not just Jamaica. I think most islands, most Western places as black dominant is gonna be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's focus on Jamaica.
Honestly.
Let's focus on Jamaica because I saw a Chinese lady last year and she had a hard ass Jamaican accent and she was breaking it down about. Just because you're black doesn't mean that Jamaica belongs to you. She was talking hella crazy. Did you see that video?
The chins, and couple other Chinese last names. They've been in Jamaica from families. Yeah, they've been in Jamaica from decades upon decades ago. They're not the Chinese aren't just now coming there. Like you got third and fourth generation Chinese families in Jamaica. So you know how it go. They like some of them like the dark meat, and some of the dark meat like the it's gonna the face is gonna change over time, man.
Right.
And the people that's going for the money and are trying to get in the upper echelons of society, them and their children is gonna be who outlast, and who can't take it or can't make it. They're either gonna get out of there, try to go somewhere else,
right,
or they're gonna be they're gonna stay there and clean the homes of the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
That's how it goes.
Jamaicans talking that gully man shit and still being raised on powdered milk. Still.
Right.
Powdered fucking milk.
That's their greatest export. Their greatest export is their slick talk, man. That's Jamaica's greatest export.
Let's go.
Yeah. It's their accent.
Come on.
Jamaica's greatest export is their accent and their slick talk, and they got the most talk, man. The most talk, and they walking barefoot, kicking rocks around. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect.
Talk your talk.
Disrespect, you know what I'm saying?
You have the floor. Talk your talk. Come on.
But it's a fact. When did the world zero in on Jamaica? when they started hitting it with the ska music, right? When they started going to England with the ska music.
Right.
It's like, man, these guys have a real catchy accent, man.
Right.
And they talk a good talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it's always been about that dance hall, everything is the accent. The accent is their greatest export. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's stitching in the blood clot. That's stitching in the blood clot. All that bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hey man, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Respect.
Okay. All right, I think we're done here. Oh shit.